What if you could earn an MBA fully online in just 10 months for only $9,900? Eastern University's cutting-edge MBA in Organizational Management is designed to fit what you need in an MBA program. Our innovative LifeFlex model offers 100% online classes that you can complete at your own pace within each 7-week semester. We know how hard you work for your money, so we're thrilled to offer our MBA at only $9,900, making our program between 50 to 80% less expensive than most other schools, while ensuring quality and excellence with the support of our expert faculty. We even offer a concentration in business analytics, an essential skill set needed in today's data-driven economy. With start dates every 7 weeks, Eastern's MBA is handcrafted for you and your needs. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at eastern.edu/MBA.
The following is a presentation of JAKIB Sports. The following is a presentation of JAKIB Sports. Since the announcement by Eastern University that football was coming in the year 2023, the expectations of this mainline university have never been higher. Welcome to Eastern University Eagles football, airing live across the JAKIB Sports Network on YouTube and live across the JAKIB Sports Radio Network, the flagship radio station of the Eastern University Eagles. Philadelphia's AM 990. The Answer. Let's go Eastern. Let's go EAGLES.
A practice coach, talking to the team, talking to the coaches, being up here or being at Eastern through Thanksgiving holiday, having a Thanksgiving practice is always cool. But then their bus trip up here, their hotel I've heard was great. Their food last night was really good. So to Eastern's credit, like they always do, everything's first class, top class. And I think it's going to show really well on the field today here for the Eastern Eagles.
137 years of football at Franklin and Marshall, and this is their first appearance in the NCAAs. 3 years for Eastern, and it's their first appearance in the NCAAs. Only 2 other teams have done what Eastern has done in history, and that's get to the NCAAs in their first 3 years. And there's only 1 team that did it in their first year. So they're both here. They're ready to get at each other. I think on paper, it's really it's like reading the same script. They say they have a really good defensive line and linebackers. We've got a good defensive line and linebackers. They said they have a good running attack. We've got a good running attack. Kid can throw the ball. Our kid can throw the ball. Their special team, their kicker is supposed to be pretty good. Our special team kicker pretty good. So on paper, it's going to come down to execution, mistakes. The weather shouldn't be too much of a factor. There's a little bit of wind. I know on a day like this, in uniform, the cold doesn't really bother you. I mean, it's not frigid cold. I mean, we're not moving around, so it's a little more cold up here. But The only thing I ever did to stay warm, because I was a half shirt and sleeveless guy, no matter what the temperature was. The only thing is we used to have those old bike helmets that had the little pads, the little squares. I used to put that up against a heater so that the pads were soft and I could put it back on my head without scraping everything up because they turned to ice. You got to play with emotions, but you can't let your emotions play you. You got to be not too high, not too low, and respond to the moment.
This is a football team that in their final season of the game to win the conference, they went down to Johns Hopkins and they trailed by 3 touchdowns. It was 21-0 in that football game. And then the Diplomats started to crawl back into it, ultimately winning that game, going for a 2-point conversion to seal it and win it, which brings us here this afternoon for the Eastern Eagles and the Franklin and Marshall Diplomats. Talk about on offense, their quarterback, Ty Tremba. He's a senior, he's a gunslinger. He was over 2,000 yards passing, and he's got great receivers that can catch the football. It'll be their receivers against our secondary.
And just to Bernie's point before, I'll take our defensive backs, Jamari James and TJ Austin, to lock and load those receivers. I was talking to Keita Crispina before the game. He said both those guys have really helped with the bye week. The bye week, having some of these veteran guys have an extra week to get those bumps and bruises from a long season. Obviously, they went down to Stevenson, had a big win, Eastern did, to get to this opportunity. But I'll take our DBs in our back half with guys like Jaden Todd coming in, Drew Beckford. Jalen is coming in for those guys. They have a lot of interchangeable parts. But I'll tell you, our defensive line, 11 different Eastern players have sacks. They interchange that defensive line. Corey David does a great job with this defense. I'm serious. I'm going to take our defense over their offense. I know they got a really good quarterback. I'll take our quarterback, 1,000-yard rusher, 1,000-yard passing, and Jeremiah Brilliant. But again, that's what this matchup is. It's Division III playoffs, and they're 2 really good teams. I think the pressure's on Franklin and Marshall being at home. Their first time in the playoffs. Eastern can come up here and get a big road victory. What's your thoughts on that, Coach?
I've said it for the last couple of weeks. We've been playing playoff football probably the last 4 or 5 weeks. Whether to stay on top of the conference or to win the conference and to get here. So I think we've been playing playoff football for weeks. So I'm always skeptical about bye weeks. It's good for bumps and bruises to heal up. But there's usually somebody that comes out flat. Hopefully, it's not us.
Well, you got both teams, Coach, that had the advantage of the week off going into because of qualifying for the second round. So both teams took the week off, then went back to work. Both teams practiced on Thanksgiving morning. I know Eastern had a very spirited practice on Thanksgiving. They're not just happy to be here. They came here to win this football game, and to a player on that roster and to a coach in that lineup, I think that's what they're going to try and do. That's what they're going to do today.
Yeah, if you're in the mindset that, it was nice to be here, then you're in the wrong locker room because, you're here to win and
Coach,
move on.
We talked to both coaches, Corey David and Nate Hinkle, out at the touchdown or Eagles pregame show that Joe has out of Screwballs. And both those guys said, and Coach Crocker said on the coaches show, that the bye week helped because they're able to celebrate that MAC conference win, get some guys back healthy, but then have some real spirited practices, which they did. So I do agree with you. Sometimes that bye week can really affect you. Not this team. Not how I saw them warm up as well today. Those guys, they are ready. They are locked and loaded. They've been locked and loaded all week.
They looked ready coming out. And, the other thing is you do get to scout your other team more as well. So, you get to look at more film and get yourself prepared. So, this is going to be a knockdown, drag-out one. The bottom line is, though, you win or you go home. So and you can't reach around and pat yourself on the back and say, oh, well, we made the NCAAs. And I know that's not what Coach Kroger's talking about in the locker room. And I don't think it's the mindset of these kids either. They want to move on.
I will tell you this, and I say this in a very respectful way. All of the experts have all checked the box for the Diplomats to advance, and they've picked a relatively easy afternoon today for Franklin and Marshall. Both teams 9-1 to get here. I don't think it's going to be as easy as they think it's going to be, but that's the sentiment out on the national market.
I think the Eastern's going to have to absorb the first wave that F&M throws at them. There's always that first spark of emotion and adrenaline that goes. Once you take the punch in the face and then settle yourself in, yeah, I think if you think you're going to beat us by 22 or more, I haven't seen it. I'm looking at their scores. I mean, they've won close games, so they do know how to finish and get out of a close game. They've had one or two blowouts. We've played good football all year. I mean, we're 2 seconds away from being undefeated on a field goal to end the game. So, you know what? If I'm in our locker room and somebody tells me, by the way, they think they're 22-point favorites, God bless them, because I'm coming out. I'm coming out ready to chew somebody's leg off.
All right, well, let's do this. Let's get to a commercial break. On the other side of the break, Athletic Director Brian Bingaman is going to join us. We'll click off the video and we'll just put up the full screen and we'll get the Athletic Director in. Eastern up in Lancaster. It's NCAA playoff football getting started at the top of the hour here across the JAKIB Sports Network. We're back in 60.
What if you could earn an MBA fully online in just 10 months for only $9,900? Eastern University's cutting-edge MBA in Organizational Management is designed to fit what you need in an MBA program. Our innovative LifeFlex model offers 100% online classes that you can complete at your own pace within each 7-week semester. We know how hard you work for your money, so we're thrilled to offer our MBA at only $9,900, making our program between 50 to 80% less expensive than most other schools, while ensuring quality and excellence with the support of our expert faculty. We even offer a concentration in business analytics, an essential skill set needed in today's data-driven economy. With start dates every 7 weeks, Eastern's MBA is handcrafted for you and your needs. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at eastern.edu/MBA.
The following is a presentation of JAKIB Sports.
And we're back here up in Lancaster where the Eastern Eagles, the team from Philadelphia, with their first appearance in the NCAA in 3 years of existence against the historical team from Franklin and Marshall, also making their first appearance in the NCAA Division III playoffs. And we are lucky to have up in the box the former AD and the current AD together again. Eric, first, great to have you here. Fitting that you are here today, sir. Really appreciate that you made the trip in. What's it been like for you? What's it been like to watch this unfold the entire season?
It's been a lot of fun. I've tuned into every broadcast. You guys have done a phenomenal job like always. And just sitting back, watching all the fruit of their hard work, those players, those coaches. It's been a blessing to watch.
Brian, how about you, man? All new for you in terms of having the AD role. But big stuff. This is big stuff to come in the round 2 of the NCAA.
No, I was talking to Eric on the phone. It's playoff football. I mean, you cannot, at any level, Division II, Division III, Division I, it does not matter. It is playoff football. There's different energy, different juice, different approach to practice. It's just, you just can't describe it.
Yeah, Brian, I mean, back to your point of being the new athletic director, but setting the tone, football setting the tone for the university. How's that been with the university of the buy-in? We know we had the Eastern football buy-in, but from the other coaches and just the whole university, how's the feel been this week? It's kind of a shame that it's Thanksgiving week that a lot of the students go home, but how's that been at Eastern?
Well, I mean, our coaches thread's been on fire this week with all the good lucks and, all the pictures. And, Coach Crocker did a great job of getting meals for the guys. And it's all the different logistics that you don't think about over Thanksgiving break, right? But everybody kind of rallied together is what you need, right? Small college, that's the feel. Everybody kind of coming together to make sure everything's working out the right way. And again, going back to what we talked about before, it's just a different energy. We were in different meetings with the faculty. Everybody's just fired up to have a playoff football team. And, we have a good contingent out here today that came up to tailgate early for the game. It's exactly what we're looking to do.
Well, we definitely need our tailgaters to rival their tailgaters because they're a little fiery over there.
They're a little more experienced.
They're a little more. Well, you're getting there, right? Hey, so Erica, I want to tell you something or give you a pat on the back as well on when we did our homecoming.
Yep.
We did the game day. That was kind of fruition from you and Bing got us off the ground on that. But Joe and I were able to interview a lot of your young coaches that you hired.
Yeah.
And what a standard. Each one of those coaches were just so impressive, and their players were so impressive. The kids, the other student athletes at Eastern. What was that like, and what are you looking at in a coach? Because you sure hired a really good one here with Billy Crocker, but you're also your other coaches too.
Yeah, you look for common factors in all of them, characteristics and things. And if they come into interviews and they're motivated and all you hear is winning and championships and things like that, that's probably not the right person, right? They don't understand the full process, the totality of building things. It's at every level, right? So you're trying to build men here on the football field, build women on the volleyball court and in the classrooms and everything else. And you're trying to prepare them for life, right? So once you start getting to know these coaches through the interview process, people start to stand out on their own because they say all the right things. And then they, I dig pretty hard, with Coach Crocker, he'll tell you. I drove to North Carolina, met him at a coffee shop, and then we had some dinner. And then I met him again when they played the University of Richmond. We were thorough with it, right? So, and I honestly think we talked more about his family and what he stood for than we did actual football. I knew his background. I knew his pedigree. It had nothing to do. I knew he could coach football. That wasn't part of it. It was, hey, do you understand what it means to be at Eastern? Faith, reason, and justice. Do you care about the totality of a person from a spiritual perspective, but also as they grow up into young men? And, proof's in the pudding here. We're in year 3 of NCAA football, and here we are.
Let me put you on the spot, Eric, and I don't know, you can defer the answer if you choose.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever imagine that at this point in time, already an accelerated program to reach this level?
No, not this quickly. What I will tell you is Brian will tell you, and every coach in my department at the time will tell you, I'm a glass half full guy. So I always knew it was possible. I knew where we are, where we're located. There's a lot of positive things that Eastern draws and gets a different athlete, right? We're 25 minutes from the airport, right? So you get kids from Florida and from Texas and New Orleans and all these different places. It's an easy sell, right? But to say that, hey, we're going to be here in year 3, I'm not that good, right? I sat down with Billy and we talked about his first recruiting class. And I'm like, I think you're going to be around 60 or 70. He goes, no, I think I'm going to be around 30 or 40, right? And then I sat there and said, well, we'll see what happens. And then year 1, it was 92, right? So once I saw that, and then you saw they were competitive even in year 1 as a startup, and even at that JV developmental year at Franklin Field, you saw the competitiveness of us right out of the gates. So, but to say in year 3 we'd be here, no, that's kudos to Billy. That's kudos to the staff. He's had changeover at the staff, but there's been consistent growth, and that's a testament to him, fully to him.
And one thing that I love about Joe and I and Bernie being associated with this program is how I've got to know the players, the Team 0 players, the Team 1 players, the two, now your freshmen that are really excelling. To a kid, to a man, each kid sounds like Billy Crocker on why they're here, of their life development and what they're looking. Their football is a big part of it, but I know you always talk about the pillars. Just go over that again, because I talk about the Eastern difference of just how you guys unload with, the things you're putting in for these kids of their swag, their uniforms. But they're all worth it of what these kids take advantage of. I mean, they're all look in your eye handshakes. Yep. But tell us about those other pillars at Eastern that are so important.
Yeah. So you go back to Billy and the standards he sets. To your point, they shake your hand, they look you in the eye. And that was from the very first day I met the first recruit, right? I was like, wow, blown away just by that. Move-in day, move-in weekend. We had 90 kids out there not knowing anything about Eastern, helping, and that's a testament to the coach. You talk about the institution and faith, reason, and justice. We're about our community. We're about serving our community, showing them Christ's love right where you live. It's not necessarily your mission field isn't across the world. Those are all great, right? Those are all important mission trips. But you could do it in the city of Philadelphia.
Yeah, meet people where they are in 100%. Real time. That is amazing.
And if you think it, you said year 0 to year 1. I mean, we just had 29 guys, was it? Graduate? No one does that, right? From your first program. So to be able to sit here and watch the broadcasts and that homecoming game and see that many student athletes going across the field, going to be graduating, going to probably go to grad school, right, and finish that. That's amazing, and that's what it's all about.
Let me get some words from Brian Bigeman here on football. Brian, let's talk about there's not an expert across Division III that has checked the box on an Eastern victory today. The line out there somewhere has Eastern or F&M favored by 22, 23 plus. Unfazed is this football team.
No, and I guess people don't know about us, right? I'll take that any day of the week. You can have us as the underdogs. It's just, locker room material for us. Again, the weather, it's cold out here. We play great defense and we can run the football, right? It's windy on the field. They're going to be throwing the ball around the field. I think it plays to us a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's 0-0, right? Everybody's record 0-0. To come out, see what we got, and I'm excited. I'm excited to watch our guys compete. I mean, this is what we've been building for.
Yeah, well done. All right, last question for Eric, and then we'll let you guys get back down to where you need to be. When did you decide, Eric, that you were coming in for the game?
Oh man, the minute
they won, right? I'm so glad. I didn't know.
The minute I knew they were playing, I just needed to know where.
Yeah, Warren
right?
said, "Hey, Eric's going to be there." I'm like, "Oh my God, that's so awesome!" So that's good.
Thanksgiving, everybody, family's in town. I got a hall pass from my wife. She's probably listening with everybody at the house now, and I thank them for letting me do this. But it was important. I wanted to see this through. So,
well done by you, Brian. Congrats to you, man. Now get a W so we can go on to next week.
I'm excited to see what happens. I'll definitely be watching the scores down to see what happened in that the Susquehanna and the Christopher Newport game. So.
We keep playing next week. Brian's gonna have to call my wife.
Yeah, they're shoveling snow. They're shoveling snow, by the way, at the Christopher Newport game, I think, to clear the field.
That's awesome.
All right, so we'll take a break here on the JAKIB Sports Network. Great to visit with Brian Bigeman and Eric McNally as this game gets ready to go. We'll be back in a moment.
Yes, sir. 81 grad.
And we're back here live across the JAKIB Sports Network as they are getting close to kickoff. Great to have Eric McNally up in the box here for our pregame show along with Brian Bigham. And just great to have them both up here on game day. And then, of course, Warren, we will get ready for the game. And then at halftime, we'll have a couple of special guests as well. Playoff football as both teams are out on the field.
Yeah, thanks to Eric McNally for coming up and talking to us. He kind of is obviously the guy that brought us on to be part of this journey. And just great to talk to him about all the things that have been going on for Eastern. And then obviously Bing doing a great job with everything that he's doing for this team and the athletic department at Eastern. But it's just really great to see him. And I'm glad he's, feels a part of this, because if it wasn't for Eric, this stuff would not be happening. So great to have him up in the box.
Heck yeah, he's the architect that saw the future and brought this to fruition. So, and then Bing's carrying it on. And it's, again, maybe you don't think this is going to happen in year 3, but it is. And a lot of this still goes to credit to Eric and what he got going here.
And again, Coach, you're a coach, right? The coaches that he's hired at Eastern, it's just kind of cool to hear how he goes about the coaching process. And obviously at the end of the day, it's about winning, but at Eastern, it's not the first thing, but when you do all the other things, you will win. So I just loved hearing how his thought process was and Coach Crocker told me, how many times he met with Eric. So I thought that was just a great dynamic between those two guys, creating a relationship. And then obviously all the things that Eric has been, or that Billy Crocker's been doing, just been lights out. He's got 2 great coordinators in Corey David and Nate Hinkle. Colin Scott also is a coordinator, the run coordinator, also head of recruiting. But those coaches, what they've been doing with their adjustments, throughout the year, have been spot on.
And I said 2 weeks ago, not to forget to enjoy this, because you don't get here every year. But what I love to see already, they brought our girls here. The cheerleaders are here, which is special for them. They work just as hard during the season for everything. And I asked you earlier, how do you think our crowd will travel? Our side bleachers are pretty well filled up. Yeah. So it looks like quite a few of our parents have made the trip here. Some of them much easier than others. I don't know about our California and Florida folks, but hopefully they're listening.
Hopefully they're listening. But to your point about the bye week, they got a chance to enjoy everything, right, during the bye week. And then it was game on Monday for practice this week. I know they had some spirited practice. Krause was at it, the Thanksgiving Day practice. That was a real spirited practice, which is really good to hear that these guys are, just not happy to be here. Let's go up there and Franklin and Marshall and win the game.
And from a game plan, just come out and do what got you here. You don't, make adjustments, you see what the other team is doing, and you have to adjust to it, but come out and play your football.
And it was great. We were talking to some of the players, and they, to your point before, they're able to see who they're playing. So they had an extra week of film prep. And I tell you, our defensive back said, hey, these guys are good, but it's not like they scare you. Like, exactly to your point, Coach, do what we do. We're just as good as these guys. We can compete with these guys. And if they do that, limit turnovers. Don't give this team short fields. This could be a big win.
What if you could earn an MBA fully online in just 10 months for only $9,900? Eastern University's cutting-edge MBA in Organizational Management is designed to fit what you need in an MBA program. Our innovative LifeFlex model offers 100% online classes that you can complete at your own pace within each 7-week semester. We know how hard you work for your money, so we're thrilled to offer our MBA at only $9,900, making our program between 50 to 80% less expensive than most other schools, while ensuring quality and excellence with the support of our expert faculty. We even offer a concentration in business analytics, an essential skill set needed in today's data-driven economy. With start dates every 7 weeks, Eastern's MBA is handcrafted for you and your needs. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at eastern.edu/MBA.
The following is a presentation of JAKIB Sports.
Set to go across the JAKIB Sports Network as the Eastern Eagles travel for round 2 of the NCAA Division III. The captains make their way out to midfield, and I always love the coin toss because Coach B, is already calculating what the last 4 minutes of the second quarter are going to look like and what the first 4 minutes of the third quarter are going to look like. And it's a very, very important coin toss today. If you're the Eastern Eagles, what do, Warren? Do you accept, do you take the ball, or do you defer?
I defer because I want my defense coming out first. Have a good kickoff by John Nolik, have a 3 and out, get the ball back in good field position for Brett Knapp in that offense, and come down and get points initially. That's, Bernie and I are defensive guys. But again, our captains out there, Justin Nicolopoulos, Salif Nikima, Jamari James, and Brett Knapp, very deserving captains, those 4 guys. Justin Nicolopoulos, the one junior, who's really come a long way receiving, punt returning, and out of the receiver.
We didn't win the toss.
So it's going to be interesting to see what the Diplomats want to do.
I'm pretty sure they deferred.
Because there is some wind. Yep,
it seems like when it is windy, I was watching the tailgate area and then watching our flag somewhat down the field and to the corners.
Right.
Well, we're set to go. Eastern will start this football game in possession of the football. They'll get the football first. 60 minutes of football in front of us across the JAKIB Sports Network. It's the Eastern Eagles against the Diplomats from Franklin Marshall. Eastern out onto the field. They're ready to go.
Okay, so I'm going to change my answer. I want the ball first.
Of course you do. You want to go right down the field and score.
And that's what you want your offense to come out and score. Because I want my all-MAC returner, Rivera, a big return here.
They'll be kicking into somewhat of a head and crosswind.
So Chris Rivera was an all-MAC returner, and I think he would only return the ball once a game because they were never going to kick it to him more than once. It'll be interesting to see how they do this.
All right, Michael Fleming will tee it up. He'll kick off from the 35-yard line, and we are underway. Kick is high and short, and Eastern's going to take it at the 28. And they're going to return out to the 40-yard line, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll have a first down and 10 for Brett Knapp, and the offense will be interesting, Warren, to see the game plan that Coach Nate Hinkle will use today against a very good Diplomat defense, but it was a defense that gave up 21 points against Hopkins early in that game.
Yep. Hey, good return there by Sam Shell. We get that ball out to the 40-yard line. I would love to see some jet sweeps, but, we talked about it with Nate Hinkle. Jeremiah really needs to be a key part of this offense.
All right, here we go. Now, out of the gun. They're going to throw right away. Now, taking a shot down the field, and his pass is incomplete, intended for Justin Nicolopoulos, but it's short. Ball may have hung up a little bit, but Eastern takes a shot to open the game, and it's incomplete. It'll be second down.
That's a tough pass from the far hash all the way over to this side's numbers. That is a tough pass.
And kind of against the wind, too, but I love the play call.
Yeah.
Open up. Because the Diplomats put the tape on. They say, we got to stop Eastern's run.
All right, second down and 10. Now, out of the gun. Avrilian will be to his right. Now, Nicolopoulos adjusts. He steps up. Her fake sweep to Swinton. Here comes Jeremiah Avrilian. And Avrilian still on his feet, and he bangs forward, and he spins his way and gets down close to the 48-yard line. Good second down carry for Jeremiah.
We got away with what was going to be an illegal formation. The sideline judge on this side was ready to pull the flag.
But I think the reason he didn't pull it is because Justin looked over to him, said, am I good? And he didn't say anything.
No, he pointed to him.
Yeah. Great job by Jeremiah Brilliant. He's always falling forward, right, Coach? Always
Constantly.
getting those positive yards.
So third down and 2 from the 48. Opening minute. Nav will be in the gun. Avrilian now out the flank. Snap the Nav. Nab's going to keep the football, and he's got the first down as he crosses midfield.
Great job in there by our guy Dylan Weathers coming in at that fullback, kind of H-back tight end position. Him and Dom Franks have been really good. Dom Franks, all-MAC player as well.
And Brett always needs to get hit early.
So a first down and 10. They convert on the third down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Diplomats' 49-yard line. Nab out of the gun, standing on his own 46. He's going to fire, and he's got Dom Franks, and Franks got it, and his first catch of the season gets him +5 to Dom Franks.
And what did I tell you, Krause, on the way down? They got to get the ball to Dom Franks. He's going to be open all the time down that seam.
We don't use our tight ends.
I love that play. Great job, Nate Hinkle.
2nd down and 5. Quickly up to the line. Empty backfield again for now.
When they go to the 3-man front like this, that is good for our running game.
Everybody out in the offense. Smith or Jeremiah. Here he comes. Jet sweep. He gets to the outside. He's on the 40, and he dances his way down the sideline. Knocked up out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Jeremiah Brilliant with a good gain.
I tell you, they're not used to Jeremiah Brilliant's speed. That defensive back thought he had the angle on Jeremiah. Jeremiah just put it in the gear that he's always in, which is full speed. Great run there by Jeremiah Brilliant.
Yeah, he only has 2 speeds, fast and faster.
And tougher and toughest.
Yep.
So 1st down and 10, down to the Diplomats' 31-yard line. Nab again, empty backfield. Smith in motion. Snap the Nab. He's under pressure. He escapes. He's still rolling, and then he'll throw the ball away. It'll be 2nd down. Good play by Nab to avoid the pressure as they were coming and then dump the football away.
That is a great incomplete pass right there by Brett Knapp. That could have been way playing behind the sticks. They could have been 2nd and 20, 2nd and 25 there. Great athletic play by Brett Knapp to get out there and make this a 2nd and 10 instead of a 2nd real long.
Live to play the next play.
Absolutely.
12 minutes, 14 seconds remaining, opening quarter. You're listening to Eastern Eagles football across the JAKIB Sports Network. Now Nab on a 2nd down. Standing in the gun on the Marshall 36. Fake to Avrilian. Give to Avrilian. Crosses the 30. Off the left side. Gets down to the 28-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Offensive line's looking really good. They're keeping a really good pocket there for Brett when he passes. Run blocking's been really good. This offensive line is really starting to mesh.
Guevara, Nicolopoulos, Isaiah Guy, Bruton, all out there along with Johnson. On the seat, Smith. The playmakers are in. 3rd and 7. Now.
Single safety.
Snap the Nab.
Man.
Pressure. Nab fakes. Now he runs. Now he's got room. He's got the first down. And down the sideline he goes. And he's run up out of bounds down at the 10-yard line.
I tell you, Brett's in this game, man. You should have seen him during warm-up. I tell you, he is ready to go. Great there. Great play by Brett. I guess he didn't feel that the coverage was too tight. Brought the ball down. Weaved his way through there. Big first down there for this offense. Great job by the offensive line and sticking with their blocks.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they went single high safety and went man on everybody. So you've got to either have someone open quick or keep it and run.
1st and goal. Eastern up to the line. Nab out of the gun. Standing on his 15. He goes straight ahead. Dips the shoulder down and gets down to the 7-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They are pretty consistently bringing somebody off the corner on a blitz.
Just, no matter what happens, this is a great first opening drive by this offense, taking up almost 5 minutes of this first quarter.
Dylan Weathers now 35. He's in. 10-15 remaining first quarter. Avrilian now to the left of Nab. On a 2nd down and goal from the 8. Fake to Avrilian. Nav on the keeper. Crosses the 5-yard line. It gets down to the 2-yard line, and it'll bring up third down.
That's our 1,000 guy.
Yes,
right?
sir.
That's why he rushed for 1,000 yards, passed for 1,000 yards. Great job in there by Dylan Weathers, who's coming in and out. The Bash brothers, him and Don Franks blocking really well.
Now Nasik Smith comes in. He'll line up to the right with Nikolopoulos. 3rd and 2. Big third down. Opening drive. Snap the nav. He flips to Johnson's going to get in, and he breaks free. He was hit behind the line. Devin Johnson, he bounced off the tackle, but they got him short of the goal line.
Great play there. Wow. Johnson there. That could have been a 6-7 yard loss, and they probably would have gone for the field goal.
I think he was there. I think he was there by accident.
So 4th and 1. Here we go. 9:01 to play opening quarter.
I love this call by Coach Crocker.
Dylan Weathers is in. A brilliant to the right. Snap the nav. He waits, and he rolls.
He's in.
And they push him into the end zone. And it is a touchdown. Eastern. Brett Nabb's got it. And Eastern strikes first.
That's exactly what you drew it up, right? That's why I said you should receive, right? Instead of kickoff, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Receive the ball, get your offense, get a good field position.
Every time.
Go down and score. Great job. Good job by Nate Henkel, Colin Scott, the offensive guys. That's some great play calling, some different plays where they get Don Franks in there for a reception in there. That's exactly how you drew it up if you're going to receive, right? If you receive, go down and let's get 7 here.
And now John Nolik will come in for the extra point. Nab will hold. And the snap is good. Kick up. Kick is good. And John Nolik converts. And with 8:44 remaining in the first quarter, on the opening drive, the Eagles strike first. Eastern 7, and the Diplomats getting the football. We're back in a moment.
What if you could earn an MBA fully online in just 10 months for only $9,900? Eastern University's cutting-edge MBA in organizational management is designed to fit what you need in an MBA program. Our innovative LifeFlex model offers 100% online classes that you can complete at your own pace within each 7-week semester. We know how hard you work for your money, so we're thrilled to offer our MBA at only $9,900, making our program between 50 to 80% less expensive than most other schools, while ensuring quality and excellence with the support of our expert faculty. We even offer a concentration in business analytics, an essential skill set needed in today's data-driven economy. With start dates every 7 weeks, Eastern's MBA is handcrafted for you and your needs. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at eastern.edu/MBA.
The following is a presentation of JAKIB Sports.
And back here live up at Franklin and Marshall, Eastern taking a 7-0 lead on their opening drive. And now they'll get a look at the offense for the Diplomats. Ty Tremba, he's your quarterback. He threw for over 2,000 yards this season. He'll open up in the gun.
I wouldn't be shocked if he took a deep shot here.
They move right to left. Tremba, he's going to keep the football, and he runs off the right side. Not much there, maybe 2 for Tremba on the first down carry. But the defense, Warren, we talked about it. The front of that line for the Eastern defense has to come up big today.
As well as number 8, MAC defensive player of the year, Jason Bateman. Welcome Tremba to Eastern defense. Great kick there by John Nolik, having the ball start at the 25 for Franklin and Marshall, but great kick to the goal line by Nolik.
So gain of 3 for Tremba. Now he hands off the football straight ahead, crosses over the 30-yard line. So a good gain as they look to pound the football. Paris on the carry. and he'll get out to the 32-yard line, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 3.
Gashawn Moody in on that tackle along with Jason Bateman. And Wayne Clark, who I think he should have been an All-MAC player as well, playing really well as a freshman.
Now, Trumbull, standing on his own 27. He's got a 3rd and 3. 7:37 remaining here in the opening quarter.
Might see a backside rush here.
Snap to Trumbull, clean. Here comes pressure. He's forced up in the pocket. And he's down. And down he goes. Cole Jones first to get him. And Salif Nakima. And they come up big for Eastern. And it'll bring up 4th down. And the Diplomats will have to punt.
Great play call there by Corey David. Had Cole Jones off his linebacker coming in. Great job by Cole Jones getting there. Salif Nakima, All-MAC player. As well, defensive end. Great job by the defense, forcing a 3 and out.
He showed blitz and then backed out of it. Line drive.
Harlamov's punt to Nicolopoulos. He's got it at the 29. He's going to get to the outside. He's at the 40, 45. He crosses midfield with Justin Nicolopoulos with a 21-yard return, and the Eastern offense is in business.
I'll tell you, Jaden Todd back here for that block. What an unbelievable block of not having a block in the back. He took out 3 guys. It won't be in the stats, but Jaden Todd, and again, that's why this is such a good team.
He got up aside of him.
He got off, that was great. And then Justin Nicolopoulos fielding that low punt, like Bernie said. Great return there by Justin.
First down and 10, football right at midfield. 6:41 remaining, opening quarter. Eastern by a touchdown. Nav, left to right. Gives the football to Avrillian. Patiently waiting is Avrillian, and he gets 5 yards down to the Diplomats' 45-yard line. Patient run by Jeremiah, waiting for space, and he picks up 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He is such a joy to watch.
Yes, he is.
Does he have has he lost a yard ever? I don't think ever. Maybe no gain. I'll tell you, he's just such a fun, what a great running back to watch. How he plays this game.
All right, plays in. Knapp standing in the gun at the 49. He rolls down to his left. He's under pressure. He's still on his feet, and he's somehow able to avoid the pressure and then run up out of bounds, avoid the sack and lose and the loss of yardage. Good play by Brett Knapp.
Another really good decision and not having the guy open. Don't force anything. Get some positive yards. I tell you, we got a big crowd here, Franklin and Marshall down in front of us, and then obviously it's great to see all the Eastern fans that have showed up.
You're considering their students are probably still off.
Yeah. All right, 3rd down and 8. 5:29 remaining, opening quarter. Football sitting on the 48-yard line of the Diplomats.
Receivers got to find holes in the zone.
Now, out of the gun. He's going to throw. Blitz. He drops the football off on a big play as he hits. That's the Seat Schmidt.
All right.
He caught it, but he was hit immediately, and they drove him back on Eastern on a 4th down now, 4th and 4. What do? They're going to punt the football.
Yeah, I think you punt it here. I like them trying to get the ball into Seat Smith in space. Usually he gets away from that, but good play there by the defender.
3rd and 8's a tough one to negotiate, but
so John Westfield now in the punt.
Got Sean McNamara snapping. He's an all-MAC long snapper, and John Westfield all-MAC punter. Great to see those guys get recognition.
Albero is back deep for the Diplomats. Hand goes up, and he calls for the fair catch right at the 11-yard line. And so the Diplomats will come out with their 2nd possession, and a big defensive stop that time for Franklin and Marshall because Eastern got good field position and they couldn't capitalize on it.
Yeah, no, that was good job by F&M's defense. Good job there by Logan with not Logan, sorry, with Sean McNamara in that snap. Good punt there by Westfield, having this drive start at the 10. Good job by special teams.
All right, now Trumba's got a 1st down and 10. They mark it at the 12. 1st down, Trumba. He'll give to Paris. Paris Tries to crack the side, but not much there at all. Give him maybe a yard. It'll bring up second down.
I think Cole
Jones
yeah.
in there on the stop. Gain of 1, second down and 9. 4:05 remaining opening quarter. On a Saturday afternoon in Lancaster, it's NCAA Division III football. Now, Tremba in the gun, standing on his 8-yard line. He's going to throw. He's looking, and he got him again! They suck him back at the 5-yard line. LaFontaine got him with big pressure, and Tremba goes down. It'll bring up third down.
I'm telling you, they're not used to our defensive line.
Kept steady pressure, and that became a coverage sack as we had everyone manned up. I think they were expecting a zone and a blitz, and we didn't do it.
So now 3rd and 14. Football back on the 8-yard line. Tremba's in the gun, standing on his own 3-yard line.
Now you keep him in front of the sticks.
Harrison starts in motion, then comes back into the slot. On a big third down. Here comes pressure.
Ball's out.
Football's out, and Tremba's able to fall on it, but Wayne Clark's got it with a big play, and he punched the football out, but Tremba was able to fall on
We
it.
talked about Wayne Clark and how he's developed. He should have been an all-MAC, at least honorable mention, defensive lineman. I'll tell you, that freshman, him and Freddie DiNardo, just playing really lights out. This defensive line, obviously Salif Nakima and some other guys, but wow. When your defensive line can do that without blitzing, Andrew Campbell came off the side there, but great job.
Now the punt from Harlebo is back of the end line. Nicolopoulos is going to watch it bounce, and it'll roll up out of bounds. But Eastern again will start with good field position. Coach, what do you got to do on this series? They shut you down pretty good on that second series after an opening series touchdown. What are you looking for out of Eastern?
The second down, when they blitzed everybody, takes you out of your rhythm and made the 3rd and 8 a more difficult play. And they came with everybody on the 3rd and 8. So, we were still doing everything that we did in the first drive. So stay with what gets you there. If you got to take a grade at this point, we're better offensively, we're better defensively, and we're better special teams right now.
2:24 remaining first quarter. Now, snap to him. He's following Dom Franks, but he can't get to the outside, and he's going to lose 2 yards. Slow developing play that time, and they lose 2. It'll be second down and 12.
Yeah, and Krause, to your point, Eastern's had really good field position every time they've touched the ball with the offense. They scored the opening touchdown, but they need to get some points because games are ebbs and flows.
Oh, yeah.
You got to take advantage of when you have a short field, good field position. You got to take advantage of that.
Second and 12. Football right at midfield. Nab standing in the gun on his own 45. Here comes Jeremiah Brilliant, and there goes Jeremiah Brilliant. And he's knocked up out of bounds down around the 42-yard line. But Jeremiah Brilliant puts together a good second down run and gets him now into a manageable third down.
And they moved up into that 5-man front again, which is supposed to stop that type of run. And he's just a special runner.
Now 3rd and 5. Football on the 43. 1:18 remaining first quarter. 35, Dylan Weathers is in. A Brilliant lined up behind Weathers. Snap the Nab. And there goes Brett Nab. And down the sideline he goes. And the kid from Avalon running for the beach. And he lands in the ocean. And Eastern has their second score. Brett Nab, touchdown.
Brett Nab, former lifeguard at Avalon Beach Patrol. That's why he's going from the beach to the ocean. Great job, Brett Nab. Great job by that offensive line. Great job by the offense to get points on that drive.
I will tell you, during the season, we ran I don't know the percentage, but we ran on 3rd and long many, many times during the season.
Now Nolik in to make it 14. Nab will hold. Snap to Nab. Nolik, kick up, and the kick is good. And with 55 seconds remaining in the first quarter, The Eastern Eagles have a 2-score lead. It's Eastern 14 and the Diplomats, no score. We'll keep it here as less than a minute to play here in the opening quarter. But down the sideline for Brett Knapp to get into the end zone, and a great offense. And Coach, you said it, stay with what you're doing. And Warren, you said take advantage of these opportunities. They did on both accounts.
Yeah, there's ebbs and flows of games, and when you keep getting that good field position, you got to take advantage of. And I'll tell you, it's all about the players. Jeremiah, well, it's about that offensive line, too, that don't get mentioned. But I'll tell you, Jeremiah Rillian, Brett Knapp, putting the team on the back so far. Great to see them get a touchdown there.
You can see the difference between what the two teams are emotionally right now. And we're playing like lights out, and I think they're stunned.
Marks and Sobieski will be back to receive for the Diplomats. Sobieski on the return. Flag comes down as he's brought down at the 20-yard line. Good kickoff again for Nolik, driving him back in inside the 5-yard line. In the NFL, that would be, say, kicking it into the landing zone, and that's exactly what Nolik has done on his first 2 opportunities to boot after the score.
As well as 2 great extra points by John Nolik. He's kicking the ball really well. Hey, good tackle there on special teams to Sean Woodside, the linebacker. Really nice, Woodhouse, excuse me. But to Bernie's point, I tell you, and we talked about this before, Franklin and Marshall had a little more pressure on them first time in the playoffs. They're at home. They expected, like everyone's picking them, 22-point dog. Eastern's coming in here. I would take that bet every time. I would take Eastern on that. But I'll tell you, just great job what Eastern's doing. I am a little nervous, though. Last week, they were down 21-0.
Well, they're obviously a good team, and they know how to be in close games. But right now, I think, again, we've taken them out of what they normally do.
10-yard penalty on that kickoff pushes the Diplomats back to the 10. Tremba out of the gun, standing on the 5. Here comes Paris. He's got room, and he's banging forward. And the big guy runs out and gets close to the 20-yard line. Good hard run by Lewis Paris, and he picks up enough for the first down.
Yeah, good hard run. It's nice to see, when your safeties, Drew Beckford, come up and lay some wood on somebody, but still good run there by Franklin Marshall.
Trumba now. He'll have a first down from the 20. Could be the last play of the quarter. Standing on his own 15-yard line.
They don't have to run it.
We'll see if they do. Right to left, snap to Trumba.
No way.
Just throws it away, intended for Harrison, and that goes out of bounds. And 1 quarter in the books up in Lancaster. We'll take a break and catch our breath. Eastern 14. And the Diplomats, no score. We're back in a moment. The One Big Beautiful Bill was recently enacted by Congress. Many provisions such as no tax on tips and no tax on overtime can help reduce tax liability for many taxpayers. Are you unsure how the provisions of the bill will impact your taxes? Want to avoid any unforeseen surprises when filing your 2025 tax returns? Then you need to contact the tax professionals at Mankowski Associates CPA LLC. They will review your returns and provide guidance on how the changes will impact your return. They can be reached at 215-682-7366. And be sure to mention Eastern University for special discounts. That's 215-682-7366. And we're back here live for quarter number 2 up at Franklin and Marshall. It is 2nd down and 10 from the 20-yard line. The Diplomats now go left to right. Tremba, the quarterback, the senior, the player of the year, out of the gun. He's taking a shot down the field and well short. Nobody open. Nardo Murphy was there to put pressure on him.
What's the side judge throwing a late flag? If he's calling that interference.
It'll go against the Diplomats.
Illegal man downfield.
No, I think it was offensive pass interference.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
But Bernie, to your point, you've been saying what Eastern's been doing to teams all year. They get them out of what they do.
Get them out of rhythm. Yep.
They get them out of their rhythm.
It is a pass interference, PI against the offense. Penalty against the Diplomats.
I was watching the one-on-one coverage. He wanted that throw down the sideline, and he threw it purposely in because there was nothing there. He's covered, but I don't know what 85 did. He must have.
Yeah, he must have done something.
Crossed her.
I'll tell you, though, good job by Nara Murphy getting pressure on this quarterback. He's not used to what do quarterbacks not like? Pressure in your face or your feet.
Now Tremba. All of a sudden, in the gun, back on the 5-yard line. Here comes pressure again. He stops. He dumps off to Paris. And then Paris, on the short pitch and catch, turns it into good, positive yardage. They get him down out at the 25-yard line, short of the line to gain. It'll bring up third down.
Smart offensive call. They got away with a hold on our right end.
Lewis Paris, when he drops the shoulder, he'll hit you.
Yep.
Now, Trumba. Harrison goes back out into the slot. 3rd and 5. Football on the Diplomats' 25-yard line. Big third down in the game. 1 minute into the second quarter. Here we go. Snap to Trumba. He's looking. He's going to fire across the field, and he's got his man, and that's number 85 who pulls it in. That's Matt Eitner, and it's a long way to get there, but Eitner gets it, and they pick up a first down out to the 37-yard line. Right back up to the line. Snap. They're going to throw again. He's taking a shot down the field, and he's got his man. And a flag is down as Lewis was open, streaking down the field.
First off, the play shouldn't have been allowed to take place. The yard markers and the sticks weren't even set yet. The head official should have held the ball until everyone was set.
And I thought Jamari James had good coverage on that. I didn't think he touched the receiver until the ball got there. I mean, he didn't have his head turned around, but he not touched the receiver.
I get that F&M wanted to go hurry up.
That's smart because they don't want Eastern, rotating their guys in.
Yeah, but they didn't even let the sticks get set.
So 1st and 10. James gets flagged. Now the Diplomats cross into Eastern territory on the 48-yard line. Tremble in the gun on a 1st and 10. He trails by 2 touchdowns. Snap. Fake to Paris. Swing pass to the outside, but Eastern bottles that up. Pass complete out on the far side.
That is a long, long pass for 3 yards.
Long way to go.
And if you throw that inside.
Good job there by Jamari James. Good coverage. TJ Austin's been on number 3, their best receiver. Press coverage. Number 3 has not done anything. I know he's got a lot of stats, but good job by TJ Austin so far on number 3.
2nd down and 7, football out to the 45 of Eastern. Left to right for the Diplomats. 2 minutes in, second quarter. Trumba standing at midfield. Now, flag comes in late. Shot down to Lewis. And Lewis got it. Got inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. And the Diplomats get up on the board with a touchdown.
Got the announcer jinx on that. That's number 3.
They weren't 9-1 for, a fluke.
And that was not offsides. Our guy did not break the plane.
Yeah.
He just moved sideways.
He got talked into it by the crowd.
These officials are 0-2 so far on calls, I think.
Yep. He got talked into that by the sideline.
Now Fleming will come in to make it for the extra point. 12:51 remaining. Settle in. We got a football game today.
These are supposed to be the best officials, too, right? If you get a playoff game, Coach.
Yeah, you don't want my opinion.
Now, snap, Fleming with the point after. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So at 12:51, Ty Trumba and the Diplomats answer back. The heavyweight fight continues. It's history against fantasy. It's Eastern 14, the Diplomats 7.
What if you could earn an MBA fully online in just 10 months for only $9,900? Eastern University's cutting-edge MBA in Organizational Management is designed to fit what you need in an MBA program. Our innovative LifeFlex model offers 100% online classes that you can complete at your own pace within each 7-week semester. We know how hard you work for your money, so we're thrilled to offer our MBA at only $9,900, making our program between 50 to 80% less expensive than most other schools, while ensuring quality and excellence with the support of our expert faculty. We even offer a concentration in business analytics, an essential skill set needed in today's data-driven economy. With start dates every 7 weeks, Eastern's MBA is handcrafted for you and your needs. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at eastern.edu/MBA.
The following is a presentation of JAKIB Sports.
And Chris Rivera on the return for Eastern following the Diplomat touchdown. And he gets out to the 19-yard line where Nav and the offense will come out. They have a 14-7 lead. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 19. 12:41 remaining, second quarter.
You want to quiet this crowd on this drive, you take your time and move all the way down the field.
Dom Franks in motion, goes from the left side to the right side. Nav to Jeremiah. And Avrilian, this hit gets positive yardage as he gets out to the 23-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6.
I mean, you knew the Diplomats were going to come back. Last week or 2 weeks ago, against John Hopkins, they were down 21-0.
Yeah,
and came back to win. So I'm kind of glad for superstition reasons we didn't go up 21-0. So, but again, to Bernie's point, this is a good time for this offense to keep doing what they're doing, get some first downs, and even better, get some points in this drive.
2nd down and 6. Isaiah Guy Bruton now into the lineup. Give to Jeremiah. Avrilian cracks over the 25-yard line. They push him forward. He's going to mark him down at the 27-yard line. So it's 3rd and short, 3rd and a couple, 11:50 remaining, second quarter.
this is where we're a little difficult to defend. You don't know if we're going to pass or throw this.
Weathers is in. Dom Franks is in.
Bash brothers of Franks and Weathers.
At this
3rd and 2.
point, you'd have to say it's nice to the right side.
Now Nav. Blake comes in from the sideline. He's standing in the gun. Empty backfield on the 22. Fight to Rivera. Here comes Nav. He runs over, and they're going to get him, and they knock him down. And he comes up short. He loses yardage. Again, slow developing play to the wide side of the field, and they'll have to punt.
That's actually been kind of this offensive bugaboo is 3rd and 2.
I don't like
third and 5. You know, they've been getting it, but yeah, it didn't seem like he had many options on this.
I don't like sending
him
to the left side like that to try and turn your body and throw.
Now Westfield standing on his 12. Clean snap, pressure on Westfield, and the flag comes down. So they put
That's
pressure
big.
on Westfield.
The first down, no matter what.
And they got him. Two guys got him. And if you're watching the NFL, you're saying, hey, did they hit the plant leg or not?
It doesn't matter.
On this, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, 5 yards is its first down. Definitely, it's at a minimum. At a minimum, it's running into the kicker. At a minimum, 5 yards. At a minute, that was the minimum of that. That's an easy call. These guys can boo all they want.
I don't really understand the booing. If you're watching the play, you hit the kicker.
They're obviously watching out of blue glasses.
We talked about it. In all seriousness, we talked about Westfield getting that football off. Remember, he had one block. They put pressure on him. The Diplomats saw something on the game film, so they came at him, and it's a break for Eastern on that fourth down.
Huge break. And now if it was deflected or if it was touched, then the running the kicker.
They only made it the 5-yard penalty.
All right, 1st and 10. Following the running into the kicker. Nab goes in motion, direct snap to Avrilian. And here comes Jeremiah. He crosses
Look at that cut.
And there he goes down the sideline. Jeremiah Avrilian cuts back. And he stepped out of bounds. Jeremiah Avrilian, wide open space. And he gets down to the Diplomats 31.
That was
my.
They went to the Wildcat. That was a great play. They got this big scoreboard up here. Did he go out of bounds?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Really, really good play call there by Nate Hinkle and Colin Scott. Direct snap, Wildcat. Jeremiah Avrilian gets a direct snap. They put Brett out to the far side, wide receiver, but great job by that left side of the offensive line. Great job by Jeremiah Avrilian going in extra gear.
The coaches are playing that chess game with, what we threw 2 wrinkles at him so far. We threw to a tight end that we haven't thrown to all year, and we just threw a little wildcat at him. It's just enough to make you think of something different.
So 1st and 10, down at the Diplomats' 32-yard line. 10 minutes, 19 seconds remaining. Now, standing in the gun. He's going to keep the football. Gets to the outside, crosses over the 30-yard line before he's brought down at the 28-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I don't know
Good play there by Brett Knapp.
I don't know a lot about the conference they played in, but I don't think they've seen these types of runners in our quarterback and Avrilian.
Absolutely not. Coach Crocker said on his coach's show, hey, we always have special plays and wrinkles. It's like, who's going to run it first? Eastern's run a couple nice wrinkles with their offense.
Now Eric Smith is in on a 2nd down and 6. Avrilian out, getting a breather. Here he comes. Eric Smith. There he goes. And he crosses over the 20-yard line, and it's good for a 1st down. Eric Smith in for Jeremiah, and he picks up a 1st down.
Next man up mentality.
Yep.
Give Jeremiah Avrilian, and then Eric. That's just a great hard run there.
I'm going to tell you on the scouting report that I read, they basically were saying our offensive line can't do anything against their defensive line. So far.
Well, I don't know what they did not or did see on film, but I think our offensive line is really we had Cody Green on the coaches on the show, and he was just talking about how this offensive line is really gelled on.
And underestimate him if you want.
1st and 10. Now Smith again, and Smith cuts back up inside the tackle and gets down close to the 14-yard line of the Diplomats. It'll bring up 2nd down, 5-yard gain for Eric. And it's 8:35 remaining, and the Eastern Eagles are knocking on the door again.
Great looking drive so far. Bernie said it before. Coach said it before. This is an important drive for this offense, and so far they keep matriculating down the field and getting 1st downs and taking time off the clock.
Yep.
2nd and 5. Curtis Johnson now in, along with Avrilian, plus Nab, all in the backfield. 2nd and 5. Snap. But Nab keeps the football, and he goes straight ahead, and he picks it up. He's got the 1st down. Brett Nab again, 1st down Eastern.
Coach, how tough is this offense to defend? I mean, with that run pass option, you got, what are you going to give it to Jeremiah Avrilian? Maybe Curtis Johnson. Then Brett Nab runs it between the center and guard. How do you defend that?
We've said it earlier in the year. I mean, it's hard to defend any of the 3 runners, and he can pass out of that.
1st and goal from the 7. 7 minutes, 35 seconds remaining.
I'm looking at our offensive line standing there. They look fresh yet. I mean, they look like they're ready to go.
Weathers is in. He switches along with Franks. And then someone on the Diplomats either jumped or Eastern moved. And it looks like they're going to mark that off. Eastern takes a timeout, so
They beat the penalty throw.
It must have beat the offsides, I guess.
well, they beat that.
Because I don't know if it was actually offsides.
Right.
It might have been us moving.
That's worth a timeout, though.
Yeah.
Each yard down here obviously is critical.
Well, there's only 7 minutes left in the half. Again, you can't take them with you.
7:16 remaining. The Eagles have a first and goal from the 7. They have a 14-7 lead over the Diplomats in this round 2 of the NCAA Division III playoffs. And we're glad to be with you here across the JAKIB Sports Network. And it's a good time to welcome everyone in listening to the broadcast today, and also welcome in the Eastern faithful who traveled up the turnpike and showed up in full force. All the seats across the way are filled.
Krause, it's so funny. I was just going to mention that because we looked up and we looked over the other sideline, and wow, Eastern really traveled well. Obviously, Division 3 playoffs is worth it, but
here we go. Out of the timeout. Now, O'Brillion. Franks and Weathers in there as well.
Same play,
Snap.
other direction.
Now, gives it Jeremiah. And O'Brillion cuts back up. And did he get there? And they mark him short of the end zone. Good run from Jeremiah. It'll bring up second down. Boy, did he get close to breaking the plane. So second and a half a yard.
We're in a different win situation down here as well, so I don't expect us to.
Here we go. The Bass brothers still in there. Now, on the 5. Fakes to Jeremiah. And Brett Nabb is going to walk into the end zone. And Eastern answers right back with a big score.
That's how you answer after getting punched in the face.
that's exactly how you answer, especially a young team, right? Yeah, you're up 14-0. Hey, everything's pretty easy for us. We're getting a short field. All of a sudden, big play by Franklin and Marshall to make it 14-7. Get the ball back.
Now John Nolik in. He's 2 for 2 already today. Nabb will hold. Snap. Hold is down. Nolik's kick is up, and Nolik's kick is good. And John Nolik has become automatic. And the Eastern Eagles extend the lead or take the lead back to 2 scores. It's Eastern 21 and the Diplomats 7. You're listening to Eastern Eagles football on the JAKIB Sports Network. The One Big Beautiful Bill was recently enacted by Congress. Many provisions such as no tax on tips and no tax on overtime can help reduce tax liability for many taxpayers. Are you unsure how the provisions of the bill will impact your taxes? Want to avoid any unforeseen surprises when filing your 2025 tax returns? Then you need to contact the tax professionals at Mankowski Associates CPA LLC. They will review your returns and provide guidance on how the changes will impact your return. They can be reached at 215-682-7366. And be sure to mention Eastern University for special discounts. That's 215-682-7366. And back here live across the JAKIB Sports Network, John Nolik kicks off after the touchdown. Eastern with a 21-7 lead. Great opportunity to welcome in to the JAKIB Sports Network Studio 1300, which is Eastern University Radio, now streaming the broadcast today, streaming 24/7 on live365.com. Welcome in Studio 1300.
Absolutely. Great to have you guys on board, especially you'd be very proud of how your Eastern University football team is playing so far.
Now Tremba trying to get the Diplomats going. 6:27 remaining, second quarter. They trail by 2 scores. He's out of the gun. He's standing on a 25. He's forced out of the pocket. He crosses over the 30, gets down close to the 35-yard line. Jason Bateman is there to get him. They put pressure on him, coach, and they forced him out of the pocket. He got good positive yards.
They were looking they were looking vertical, but the pressure forced him up into it, and then he decided to tuck it. Playing solid defense right now.
Now from the 33, second down and 7.
We're in zone.
5:57 remaining, second quarter. Trumba standing on his own 27. They move left or right. Here comes the big fullback, Paris. And there goes Lewis Paris. And he crosses out over the 45-yard line and gets down to his own 47-yard line. And the big guy can motor when he gets space.
We were in pass defense. They did not expect a run there.
Now 1st and 10. Diplomats from their own 47. 5:20 remaining, second quarter. Tremba in the gun on his own 42-yard line. Let's see what he dials up. High snap, fake, pass, fires, complete. Lewis has it. Short gain. He's run up out of bounds over in front of the Eastern bench. The crowd wanted a flag for hitting him out of bounds as TJ Alston was there on the coverage. It'll be second down, back to the 49.
Great play there by TJ Alston. Good coverage.
2nd and 6. Trumba's in an empty backfield. Paris in motion. He's throwing.
Tight end's wide open in the middle.
Fires, and he's looking for Lewis again, and that is incomplete. Trumba takes a shot after he lets go of the football, and that'll bring up third down.
Good pressure there by number 30, Andrew Campbell.
You see us talking in the back. Their tight end was wide open down the middle of the field. No one covered him.
So 3rd and 6. 4:38 remaining. Harrison in motion.
I'm willing to bet that's another pattern they'll come back to.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is a big play in the game here for momentum.
From the Eastern 49-yard line. Big third down. Tremba. He's out of the gun. Standing on his own 45-yard line. Left or right they go.
Jason's coming.
Tremba. And they hit him. Football's out. Football's out. And they're able to recover it. Jason Bateman gets there. And that'll bring up a fourth down, as it was fortunate for the Diplomats that they were able to fall on that football. That was a live ball.
Great job by Corey David getting the blitz with Jason Bateman coming in there. I'll tell you, Jason Bateman, that's why he's MAC Defensive Player of the Year. We had the Offensive MAC Player of the Year in Brett Knapp. He's playing like that as well today. This defense has really showed up, Coach.
Yeah, that was that's our second strip fumble. We didn't get the fumble, but we got the strip.
Harlamov will come in the punt for the Diplomats. Standing on his 29.
It's returnable.
Nicolopoulos has it.
Come on, Justin.
And he's able to recover. Wow. You don't see that very often.
He's down.
Yeah, someone landed on with the ball. Hopefully it's just a wind knocked out of him.
He made a good recovery to keep the football. And hopefully you're right. It's just the air knocked out of him. We'll keep it here. 3 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. First half football across the JAKIB Sports Network, and Eastern has 21 up on the board, and the Diplomats have one touchdown, a big strike from Tremba to their big playmaker, Lewis, down the sideline, and that's where we stand, 21-7 right now.
Great answer, though, but after that happened was Eastern offense matriculating down the field and getting that big 7 points. Hopefully Justin's okay. Hopefully it's just a wind knocked out of him. He's a really tough kid. But, Coach talks about it all the time, the last 4 minutes of a half.
Which we can control here.
Which we can now control, right? They controlled it when it started at 4 minutes with that big sack by Jason Bateman. Great job by the defense, forcing a punt there.
I will tell you, if you've never returned a punt, it's a whole different experience. First of all, you're playing blind because you're watching a ball in the air.
And it was spinning pretty good.
You have no idea who's coming down. And we don't put a man back. When I returned, I always had an up man. And, he would be yelling at me, fair catch, or, go, go, go.
Come on, Coach. You never fair caught.
I hated fair catching.
I know you never fair caught.
But I did have a front man in front of me. Justin's back there by himself,
Right.
got to make that decision. So you're watching the ball in the air, and then you watch it in your hands. And that's the first time you actually get to look up and see if something's in front of you.
Yeah, your front guy would always say, hey, Bernie, I told you to fair catch it after that guy hit you.
Just keep me safe. Do you know what? Sometimes when those collisions happen, when a guy catches it, doesn't fair catch it, and gets like wasted, those don't really hurt that much because you're not expecting the hit.
They don't hurt at all.
It's the one that when they're about 3 yards in front of you, and then you look at them, and that's the one that lights you up.
Still tending to Justin Nicolopoulos down on the field.
It might be head. If they take his helmet in the way over, you'll know they're going to look for protocol.
Right.
He's a tough kid, though.
Yeah, there's none tougher.
Looks like they're getting ready to move him.
That's good. He's getting up.
And he is getting up. And he is walking off the field. Slowly, but he's walking off. And good to see.
Great to see.
And let's reset the deck. Eastern will have a 1st and 10. 3 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. They'll go right to left. They'll start on their own 21-yard line. Nav on the offense. Would love to get points here on this drive.
Isaiah Guy Bruton's in for Justin.
Standing on his 17. Fakes to Aurelian. Fires. Passes over the middle. Devin Johnson's got it. And he's down to the 35-yard line. A bullet from that.
That was one shoestring away from being 6.
Great throw there by Brett Nav. Real confident throw. Even better catch there by Devin Johnson. Great play on 1st down. I love that call.
What Franklin and Marshall is doing, they're giving you 3 down linemen, and the 2 on the outside are both coming hard. And he hit that just wherever they were is where we didn't need to be.
1st and 10. Now from the 34-yard line. 3:10 remaining. Nav standing on his own 29. Football's out. Oh, no. As Nav pulled it back out of the belly of Jeremiah Vrillian, and the Diplomats fall on the football. First mistake of the day.
Yep, and unfortunately it leads to a turnover.
I think he wanted to pull it.
I think he's trying to pull it out of his...
Too late.
Yeah, it's too late.
All right, I expect an end zone shot here.
So trimming the offense right back out. 1st and 10. They're from the Eastern 31. 2:58 remaining, 2nd quarter. Let's see what the senior quarterback will do. Standing in the gun on the Eastern 36-yard line. Snap to Trumba. Give us to Powers. Powers hit behind the line, but he stays on his feet, and he falls forward, and he ends up saving a loss into a positive gain. Short gain, but a good hard run again from Lewis Powers. Jamad Clark on the stop for Eastern.
Great there by Schmidt Clark, the nose guard there, right over the center. Did a swim move right in the backfield right away. Good job. Big running backs like that, if you stop their feet right away, that really helps.
Lewis now starts in motion, comes back, lines into the slot. 2nd and 8. Football on the 29. 2:22. Clock on the move. 2nd quarter. Tremba. He's dropping back. He's under pressure. He takes a shot at the end zone. And he's got his man. Harrison, number 11. Wide open in the end zone. And the Diplomats take advantage of the turnover.
Yeah, it's too good a quarterback to have a receiver that wide open in the end zone. He found him. This kid's going to get him the ball.
I don't know if he had his eyes in the backfield a little too long. You can't watch what the pressure is up front. You got to watch your man first.
Now Fleming in to make it 14. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 2:13 remaining here in the first half, it's Eastern 21, Diplomats 14. We'll keep it here. It's critical because the Diplomats get the football to start the second half. So we're in that zone, we're in that area where if you don't get points on this drive, the Diplomat, even if you run out the clock, the Diplomats are going to get possession of the football to start the second half.
Yeah, I think the offense with 2 minutes and 13 seconds is going to try to get some points on this drive, depending on – I think it's going to be whatever happens on first and second down, obviously, to see if they can get down and get some points. It would be huge for this offense to get a big chunk yardage play on first down and try to get in field goal position, at least for John Nolan.
Yeah, and it was an unfortunate turnover, but our style of offense, that turnover is always a possibility.
High kick, Rivera at the 6-yard line. Here he comes out to the 20-yard line, and he stays on his feet, gets out, crosses the 25-yard line, and gets down to the 27-yard line. And that's where Eastern will snap the football. 2:06 remaining here in the second quarter. Eastern 21 and the Franklin and Marshall Diplomats 14. Eastern will run one play, and then we'll be at the 2-minute timeout.
I'll tell you right now, if you told Coach Crocker with 2 minutes to go in the second half, you're going to be up 21-14, he's taking that every time.
All right, let's see what they do. Nav is in the gun. Empty backfield. Here comes Nav. And there goes Brett Nav again. And almost broke it as he gets out, crosses the 40-yard line. Brett Nav, another shoestring away for running it down the sideline.
Yeah, number 12 for Franklin and Marshall saved a touchdown there. Brett Nav would be still running. We'd be hearing an oh my from Krause.
I think that gain dictates how you run this series now. You try and score in these 2 minutes.
I think exactly. You got, I mean, again, not to belabor the point, but Eastern's on house money, right?
Yeah.
So not that you're going to take any unnecessary risks, but right now you got to be thinking of getting in John Nolick's field goal range. We're obviously trying to put it in for 7.
It's 21-14. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's second quarter football action from up at Franklin and Marshall College, where the Diplomats took advantage of the first mistake of the day by Eastern, and Tremba didn't waste the opportunity as he hit a wide-open Harrison in the end zone to make it 21-14.
And I'll tell you, Eastern's defense was playing really well. Obviously, they gave him a short field there. Can't blame the defense on that. But I'll tell you, hats off to the offense so far. The offense has really been running the ball, throwing the ball, moving the ball really well today. Great to see that, what Nate Hinkle did over 2 weeks, along with the whole coaching staff with Colin Scott and everybody else on that offensive side. The offense, I think, has looked really good.
It was showing up on the video board, Vic Fangio, a highlight from the press conference when Fangio called out the Eastern squad. Great stuff by the production crew. Now, here he comes. There he goes. And Nav gets out close to midfield. They'll mark him short. They'll mark him down at their own 49-yard line. 1:48 remaining.
Great lead block in there. Justin McNulty, the left guard, getting all the way out on the right side, blocking for Brett.
2nd down and 2. Nav out of the gun. Gives it to Jeremiah. Brilliant's got the first down as he cuts back up, and he gets down close, and they'll mark him at the 47-yard line. Good for a first down. It'll be 1st and 10. 1:29 now on the game clock until we get to halftime. Eastern would love to get a score here before the break. Now, snap. Give again. Keeps it. Tries to get to the outside, and he's running up, and then he runs up out of bounds right in front of the Diplomats.
Saves
bench,
a timeout.
And it'll be 2nd down, but good heads-up play by Nab, Coach. You're right on the money. Saves the timeout and runs out of bounds.
Coach Crocker talks about it all the time. All the guys blocking. Devin Johnson, Isaiah Guy Bruton, the wide receivers blocking for the quarterbacks and running backs. Great job.
You might see that middle screen here. They're up in the 5-man front.
Tom Franks will be open.
Curtis Johnson now in. Cujo, Avrilian, and Nab. He's going to give the football. Pulls it back out of the bully, and he crosses over the 40-yard line. Boy, he sticks it all the way in Jeremiah's belly and then pulls it out. It'll be second down, or call it third down now. 3rd and 3 in less than a minute. Got to hurry it up a little bit, boys. 48 seconds. They're going to snap from the 40. Nab in the gun. Curtis Johnson in motion. Jeremiah straight up, and he's not going to get there.
Let it run down and take a 4th down throw to the end zone.
28 seconds up on the clock. A little too far outside John Nolick's range.
Yeah, I'd let it run down and take a shot at the end zone. I'm going to be disappointed if we take a knee.
No, they're definitely going to. Coach is right next to the official.
Where are they going?
Are they having John come out here and kick a field goal?
It tells me half the bench for Franklin and Martian wasn't paying attention. Half of them ran into the locker room.
So it's 4th down, 2.2 seconds remaining here until halftime. 21 for the Eagles, 14 for the Diplomats.
Be a 57-yarder. He's not kicking a 57-yarder into this wind. The wind's going across.
Right.
All right, last play of the game. Here we go. Offense will come back out.
He may just run it.
I'd like to see some crossing route. Well, Nasik Smith's not in. Love to see a crossing route with either Rivera or Nasik Smith.
Isaiah Guy Bruton all the way over to the far side of the field. Devin Johnson, short side of the field.
We're really not in a Hail Mary type of alignment.
Now Nab. Weathers goes from the left side to the right side. Here comes Jeremiah Avrilian, and Avrilian runs straight up ahead, gets the 1st down, and also the clock goes up to zeros. And the first half is in the books. Eastern with a 21-14 lead at halftime up on the campus of Franklin and Marshall. You're listening to Eastern University football on the JAKIB Sports Network.
What if you could earn an MBA fully online in just 10 months for only $9,900? Eastern University's cutting-edge MBA in Organizational Management is designed to fit what you need in an MBA program. Our innovative LifeFlex model offers 100% online classes that you can complete at your own pace within each 7-week semester. We know how hard you work for your money, so we're thrilled to offer our MBA at only $9,900, making our program between 50 to 80% less expensive than most other schools, while ensuring quality and excellence with the support of our expert faculty. We even offer a concentration in business analytics, an essential skill set needed in today's data-driven economy. With start dates every 7 weeks, Eastern's MBA is handcrafted for you and your needs. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at eastern.edu/MBA.
The following is a presentation of JAKIB Sports. Welcome to the Eastern University Football Halftime Show. Presented by Eastern University. Highly ranked by U.S. News and World Report for this academic year. With online MBA programs priced just under $10,000. Contact Eastern right now at eastern.edu. Now here's Warren Schmidt and Joe Krause.
I'm Christian Murrow. I'm from East Stroudsburg, PA, and I'm an offensive tackle.
My name is Justin McNulty. I'm from Absecon, New Jersey, and I play offensive line.
My name is Bilal Bay. I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I play offensive tackle.
Dom Franks, Cape Coral, Florida, tight end.
Brett Knabb,
it's a haul.
Jersey, quarterback.
And back here on the JAKIB Sports Network as we are at halftime up here at Franklin and Marshall College. And we've got a good football game going on. The Eastern Eagles up 21-14. And I'll take it to get into the break with a 7-point lead. Good first half. One mistake by the Eagles, and that one mistake, the Diplomats did not miss, Warren, that opportunity. They took advantage of it, and their senior quarterback with a strike to Harrison in the end zone, and that has us right now at 21-14.
Well, and that's why Franklin and Marshall's 9-1 too. But to your point, Krause, what a great first half. I mean, Eastern came out here, showed that they can move the ball on offense. Their defense is playing really well. And I'll tell you, no one does a better job of adjusting than Coach Crocker and his coaches. They've done it all year with second half adjustments. I'll tell you, there's not many adjustments that I would see. I mean, it was just a bad turnover. Those things are going to happen in the game. They took advantage of the field possession games of getting points. I'm really excited about how the second half's going to be. So we're really fortunate to have two of our, leaders of Eastern, Provost Dr. Kenton Sparks and President Dr. Ron Matthews. I'm going to go to you, Kenton, first. What have you seen? Because I know you like talking football, so let's talk a little bit about football. Let's talk about this first half. What did you see out there? I'm sure you're really proud of your football team.
You know, I'm proud, but I do want to say, whatever the pundits said, I'm not surprised by this game. It was always going to be our ground game against their air game. And right now, our defense is better at handling their passing game than their defense is at handling our running game. Our running game is very strong. And if it weren't for that turnover at the end, it would be 21-7. So I'm pretty pleased. When you go back earlier to some of the earlier games in the season, you've got the Centennial and you have the MAC, and nobody really knows how those teams are going to play each other. But they did play Lebanon Valley, and they didn't beat them badly. That's F&M. So I'm really not surprised by how competitive the game is.
Well, it's great to see the president of the university up here as well. And Ron, I don't know if you're allowed to share the story that you shared with me in the parking lot before the game started. If you can, I'd love to put the spotlight on that story, but if not, just wave me off.
So we started football 4 years ago, and I had a friend that I told the story to about Eastern and our commitment. He had played football in college, and I said, pray for us. We've got to raise a lot of money. We've got to do a lot of things. And that was the only, quote, subtle ask I made. The next week, I got a big check for Eastern for football. It was a real gift. And fast forward, although the individual and his wife do not live in this state, they flew in yesterday so that they could watch this game today.
Wow.
And I'm just so grateful to have that kind of enthusiasm. And that's one story. I mean, look at the crowd. The whole stadium on that side is filled with Eastern people.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm thinking about their trip in and thinking about them taking in this game for perhaps the very first time in this history of the program. They got to feel good. You've got to feel good. Just good vibe all the way around.
Eastern's values is about authenticity and relationship. And to hear this individual's wife lean over and say, I just feel so honored to be here. I said, well, I'm the one that feels honored.
Well, this is a big day. This is a big day for Eastern. And I know that you get caught up in the desire to win and you get caught up into making it into the playoffs. That's why they play the game. From a university standpoint, this is big as well. The recognition, the acceptance of the program, when they're talking about Eastern and putting them in the same sentence with big schools and pro schools. It's an amazing accomplishment for what the football program is doing for a university that is just an incredible university.
Well, we've committed to building out our athletic programs. That's not only about getting people to come to Eastern who would otherwise not have an opportunity for higher education, but then in addition to that, to be able to explore what I call the halo effect, right? There are so many things that are happening that are good about Eastern. And in the past month and a half, we've been on 3 lists for being the 8th largest university in the Philadelphia area, for being the number 1 largest MBA program in the area, and then being the 52nd largest employer in the area. And to see that we're committed to human flourishing, providing employment and opportunities for these young students to be shaped by community, by teamwork, by discipline and accomplishment. It's just, it can't get much better. I'm just so grateful.
Add faith in there, add prayer in there, and add belief in there. And boy, you've got a recipe that can't be matched.
Amen to that.
Yeah, I do think that faith is a powerful motivator.
It sure
it
is.
gives you the confidence to face victory, to enjoy victory, but also to face failures. And because when you fail, you have to get up and you have to fight again, right? And so I think that courage, that faith that Billy instills in his players, you can see it on the field right now.
Well, I know, and Warren, I shared it with you Thursday, Thanksgiving morning, out on the campus on the main line. This team went to work as they showed up there to practice. Empty campus. I had to get escorted in by security. Hey, who's that goofy guy with the Kango hat on? Hey, I'm just here for the practice. They brought me in, but it was amazing to see the commitment, the camaraderie, and the intensity. And you talk about it all the time, Warren, what Coach Crocker has done and how he's molded this team in such a short period of time. Just a tribute to him as well.
Well, it's a testament to these two guys because it's all about, you can put out the footballs, you can hire a coach, you can do all those things, but it's all about the follow through. It's all about what you guys do day in and day out, even from the little things. From having this team being able to come down here and spend last night at a hotel to a kid, they're like, we couldn't believe the hotel. We couldn't believe the food. Like, everything is just like first class, and you guys do that. How fortunate we have your old AD up here. Eric McNally comes back from Richmond to come up here to celebrate what he kind of started for you guys with all your coaches. It's just a special place out there. I didn't go to Eastern. And I feel I should be getting an alumni letter and probably a dues.
We're working on it.
It's just because, Krause and I have that buy-in of what you guys are doing because we see the kids. We meet the kids. Not only the football players, the band, the cheer team, the cheerleaders. For our homecoming thing, we're able to meet the other coaches and players. And what you guys are doing out there, I'm just saying it does not fall on deaf ears. And then for us to be fortunate enough to meet the parents of all these players and how involved they are.
Yeah,
it's
a
pretty
great
cool.
Community, isn't it?
It really is. And I'm just so glad that you guys are able, you talk about winning and losing. You build a program to ultimately win, but you're not going to start out winning. And some of those losses, I think that LVC loss helped propel this team. I don't think the team was going to be 10-0, right? They could have been 10-0. It's great. It's great for media stuff. But that loss propelled them to what they are now. And I think you sometimes learn more from losing than winning.
Yeah. Ken, I know we talked about this. I think it was it may have been at senior day.
Yep.
There was a moment in time a season ago in the final 15 minutes of football up at FDU,
right, when
this team clawed their way back, got the win, but even more important than the win, or with that win, an identity was born for this football team. And I feel as though that's what's carried them through, or that's what kicked off that season. And it's great to see it unfold.
Yeah, I think that's right. One of the things that's psychologically important is to believe that you belong against the competition you're playing. And so that win last year against FDU and that long pass that sealed that game for us. We were 5-5 last year, and we had some big wins against very seasoned, traditional powerhouses in our conference. And I think that was huge for our team. And I think you've seen the results in spades this year with our 9-1 record.
I remember driving home, and after the win, there was a question, or a chance, I should say, that Eastern was going to play in the Centennial Cup, right? We were wondering. I'm saying they're going to play.
We were close.
Yeah, we were close, but it quickly came down that we weren't. But Warren said, "Calm down, Krause. We're not getting them. We're not getting them."
I don't think we're going anywhere next week. But to your point, like today, right? Do we belong with the Centennial Conference? See it out in the field. They're up 21-14. Absolutely, Eastern belongs.
We already know we belong. That's whatever happens the rest of the game. We've proven that we belong.
Yeah.
I've been impressed with our defense. I know, they've completed a couple of long passes, but we're putting a lot of pressure on them. The blitz has been really effective for us, and I would think we're going to see a little more of that in the second half.
Back to the story, Ron, that we started with. Before that donor gets out of town, you may get another check at the office. Just kidding.
As one of my friends says, your lips to God's ears.
Yes. All right, good stuff. We are at halftime. We're going to pause for a break. 11:55, still up on the board. Eastern 21. The Diplomats 14. Stay with us. We're back in a moment.
Devon Johnson, Pittsburgh, PA, Bomb Squad.
Thanks,
Isaiah
Mark.
Guy Bruton, Chichester, PA, wide receiver.
Justin Nicolopoulos, Philadelphia, PA, wide receiver.
Derek Swain, Willenboro, New Jersey. I play offensive line.
Braden Curry, Buffalo, PA, fullback.
What if you could earn an MBA fully online in just 10 months for only $9,900? Eastern University's cutting-edge MBA in Organizational Management is designed to fit what you need in an MBA program. Our innovative LifeFlex model offers 100% online classes that you can complete at your own pace within each 7-week semester. We know how hard you work for your money, so we're thrilled to offer our MBA at only $9,900, making our program between 50 to 80% less expensive than most other schools, while ensuring quality and excellence with the support of our expert faculty. We even offer a concentration in business analytics, an essential skill set needed in today's data-driven economy. With start dates every 7 weeks, Eastern's MBA is handcrafted for you and your needs. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at eastern.edu/MBA.
The following is a presentation of JAKIB Sports.
And we're back here live across the JAKIB Sports Network, along with my partner, Warren Schmidt, and the coach, Coach Bernie Nowatarski. We're at the halfway point of halftime. I'll turn the mic over for a moment to Warren and Coach to analyze that first half. It's 21 for Eastern and 14 for the Diplomats. And guys, I'll turn it over and toss it over to you with this lead. This is a Diplomat team that was down 21-0 to the number 3 team in the country in Division III football. And they came back and won that game. So the second half, I almost feel as though it's a start from ground zero. It's 0-0 when the third quarter starts.
Yeah, I think Coach Crocker, when they went into halftime, was saying, "Hey, we're even right here," because they're probably going to come out here and score. Let's hope the defense comes out. I think they're going to do a good job. They've been playing well all day. But thanks to Dr. Kenton Sparks and Dr. Ron Matthews for coming up at halftime. I know they're busy with a lot of engagements, obviously, with this game of talking to a lot of Eastern alumni and Eastern faithful. So great to have them always up in the box and talking to us. A little football, a little faith, and a little bit about Eastern. It's all really good. But, Coach, what do you see? Put your coach's hat on like you always do really well. What do you see, and what do you think Coach Crocker and his staff are telling the team?
Good first half. Not great, but good first half, very businesslike. If there was any question in their mind whether or not they could play with this team, they've learned they can certainly do that. One big turnover, that hurt. and the 2 touchdown passes where we normally have good corner coverage, it almost seemed like they had their eyes in the backfield a little too long. So you got to get your eyes out of the backfield, continue to get pressure as we have. We've had 2 strip sacks that we didn't get the ball, but it did force them to punt. Our offense can move the ball. Our defense can stop them. So, I mean, it's going to be obviously both these teams are deserved for being here. It's definitely a playoff atmosphere. I mean,
it sure is. We got the opposing crowd right in front of
and
us. They're very active.
And there's a couple of them there.
There's a couple that have definitely had some, I don't know some libations in the parking lot.
They had some lemonade.
Yeah, had some lemonade. Great to see all the Eastern fans over on the other side. But, that turnover that Eastern had, you look at it, I mean, was it a bad turnover? It was a bad spot, but I didn't think it was a bad turnover. It was, bad turnovers are bad reads or bad throws. But that was just one of those trying to make a play. And
yeah, unfortunately, our type of offense is really no different when you go back to the old wishbone days, when Oklahoma would win games and have 7 fumbles because they were, throwing the option. The ball's going to hit the ground once in a while. I mean, but ball protection is obviously key. We can't have any other turnovers. It'd be nice if we could force 1 or 2 on them yet. I think a big drive here is going to be these guys. F&M's going to come out ready to go on this first drive and try and tie this up. Yeah. So our defense has to come out and be ready to play here.
Yeah, you talk about it, the 4-minute marks, right? So this first 4 minutes, I think, is going to be a big indication on how Eastern comes out. We talked about it. Would you rather like the receiver kick? So now we're just going to have one half of that. Now, obviously, Eastern's kicking. The goal is to have a 3-and-out, get the ball back with some good field position for the offense, and then have the offense go down and make this a 2-score game.
Yeah, well, when F&M scored and we came right back and took that drive down the field and scored, then they score again and we get the ball back there in the last 2 minutes. I mean, we were moving, the ball down. If we would have had more time, we would have made the effort to get closer. So we have answered well after they'd score. I would still like to have a 2-score cushion instead of, them having a chance to tie it here. But again, if there was any question that we belong here, that's been answered. And there's no way, I'd feel good if I had 22 points on the betting line on this.
It definitely need, right. To feel comfortable, we definitely need to have that 2-score game, right? Or 2-point or 2-score lead. But I will say, I'm really been impressed by the offense, Eastern's offense. They've been moving the ball. And I don't think this defense has been ready for a brilliant speed, nab speed, some of the receivers of how they've been getting open.
And this is a defense that's touted that their down linemen and their linebackers are, dynamite, and they're good players. I'm not saying anything against them, but we are moving the ball. Whether they're in that 3-man front or the 5-man and they blitz everybody, we're still moving the ball. We didn't get stats, but I imagine they're pretty decent.
Yeah, and, to our defensive, we got Jason Bateman's having a really good game. Gashawn Moody, that defensive line's been playing really well, putting some pressure on this quarterback. What do you see the keys of the second half for the offense as well as the defense?
Offense just got to keep moving the ball and end up with points. No turnovers. Defense, we really only have given them 2 big plays, the 2 touchdowns. Other than that, I mean, their running back, the kid's a tough running back. He runs hard, but I bet you he's not over 50 yards. So we've done well against the run. Continue to do that. Our corners, get your eyes out of the backfield and cover.
And again, if you feel you have to run the ball in Eastern, I think that's a check for Eastern's defense because this kid's a really good throwing quarterback.
Yes, he can throw the ball. They got good receivers, and he's a good running back, but you can only have the ball go in one place. And actually, I can't tell you how many times in the last 4 or 5 weeks have we said, since Misericordia, and keep handing the ball off.
Right. Well, 2 weeks ago against Stevenson, that was the leading rusher of the MAC, and I think he had under 60 yards.
Well, the Eastern Eagles are taking the long walk from the locker room down along the outside perimeter of the stadium, and then they walk in to their sideline. It's 21-14. The Eastern Eagles have the lead. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the second half. Eastern will be kicking off. The Diplomats will start with the football. Back in a moment.
What if you could earn an MBA fully online in just 10 months for only $9,900? Eastern University's cutting-edge MBA in Organizational Management is designed to fit what you need in an MBA program. Our innovative LifeFlex model offers 100% online classes that you can complete at your own pace within each 7-week semester. We know how hard you work for your money, so we're thrilled to offer our MBA at only $9,900, making our program between 50 to 80% less expensive than most other schools, while ensuring quality and excellence with the support of our expert faculty. We even offer a concentration in business analytics, an essential skill set needed in today's data-driven economy. With start dates every 7 weeks, Eastern's MBA is handcrafted for you and your needs. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at eastern.edu/MBA.
The following is a presentation of JAKIB Sports.
Curtis Johnson, San Diego, California, BWA.
Eddie Swinton, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, wide receiver.
Eric Smith, Philadelphia, PA, BWA.
Elijah Knowles, Ephrata, PA, wide receiver.
John Westfield, Philadelphia, PA, punter.
And we're back here live across the JAKIB Sports Network. Halftime coming to a close up at Franklin and Marshall. Eastern with a 1-touchdown lead. The Eagles 21 and the Diplomats 14. Settle in and get ready for a good second half of football. A battle of two good quarterbacks, a battle of some good talent, and the better defense wins it today. We'll see how the second half plays out.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, both defenses have been playing okay. I think Eastern's been playing better on defense. It's going to be interesting to see. I think it's going to, Coach was talking about it during the halftime, is the tone is going to be set on this opening drive. They need to try to force a 3-and-out, get the ball back, get that offense back out on the field, Eastern's offense back out in the field, and try to get some points and make this a 2-point score. I haven't seen Justin Nicolopoulos back on the sideline yet, which means Elijah Knowles will be the punt returner. Elijah's from right down the street in Ephrata. I might not be pronouncing that right, but I'm sure he's got some family here.
What part, Ephrata?
Ephrata.
No, you said it right.
All right.
It's not Ephrata.
It's not Ephrata. Good. So
yeah, I've been searching up and down the sideline, and I haven't seen a zero. I've seen the other zero, but not the zero that Justin wears. So that would tell me he probably went through protocol.
Right.
And hopefully everything's all right.
Well, the second half is getting set to begin. It's 21-14, 30 minutes of playoff football remaining here in round 2 of the NCAA Division III playoffs. And for the Diplomats and for the Eagles, it's their first appearance here in the playoffs.
And you know what? Hats off to both teams. You always want a good football game, right, Coach? It's been a really entertaining first half for all the fans here. Both teams playing really well, and that's what you want on the biggest stage of a NCAA playoff berth, to come out here and play well, and both teams have been doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it's playoff time. I mean, they didn't put in 32 scrub teams. You're going to see.
Well, Coach, some teams come out flat for playoffs, or they're not prepared, or whatever.
We definitely didn't come out flat. I don't know if that was flat for F&M, or again, we take a lot of teams out of their rhythm. So,
well, Nolik will
get back to it.
Nolik will tee it up as Eastern will kick off to begin the second half. The Diplomats will begin. Nolik will kick it off from the 35. Low line drive kick, takes a bounce down at the 15-yard line, picked up by the Diplomats, and then they return the football out. That's number 6 on the return, Sobieski, and he gets out to the 22-yard line, and that's where the offense and Ty Trumba will come out. They'll have a first down and 10 to begin the third quarter. A big series to begin.
Big series. I like that squib kick there against the wind for John Nolik. Good coverage there. I think Colt Jones was one of the guys down there, and he's obviously a starter on defense, but also covering kicks. Good to see Colt Jones getting down there and making a play.
All right, first and 10 from their own 23-yard line. The Diplomats going left or right. Trumba's out of the gun. Hands the football off to Paris. Straight ahead, and Paris gets down to the 35-yard line. Good first down carry. Coach, what happened there? Wide open hole.
Straight dive. Just a straight dive, and the offensive line created the hole.
Now, first and 10, out to the Eastern 36-yard line. Trumba, he'll be in the gun again, standing on his own 30, left to right for the Diplomats. Snap to Trumba, handoff, number 20 on the carry.
Will LaFont on the tackle in there. Big sophomore defensive tackle, number 94.
Sometimes it takes a little bit to get going after halftime, so let's hope we can stall this out in between the 40s.
Apologize, I don't have number 20 on the depth chart here for the Diplomats. And, of course, he's going to get the football again. No, Trumba pulls it back out. And then Trumba runs straight up the center of the field, crosses over midfield, and he gets down to the Eastern 46. And the Diplomats now on the move.
That was a good play by the quarterback. If he would have given it to the running back like he thought he was, Wayne Clark had him for a 3-yard, 4-yard loss.
Yeah, our defensive tackle was spun around and tackled that time as well.
First and 10 down to the Eastern 46-yard line. 13 minutes remaining. Lewis in motion. Now he goes back the other way. Trumba standing on his own 49. Handoff this time. 20 again. Nothing there. They'll lose a yard. Cole Jones on the stop. Jason Bateman as well. It'll bring up second down and 11.
Good job by the defense there, and that's where you want to have this offense playing behind the sticks. Good job there.
I think we're going to see a pass here.
Second down and 11. 12:27 remaining third quarter. 21 for Eastern, 14 for the Diplomats. Opening drive of quarter number 3.
They're changing their call. They can see that we're in a bubble zone.
Trumba standing on his own 48-yard line out of the gun. Snap to Trumba. Now he's under pressure. Now he dumps the football off to Paris on a big hit on the big guy, and they knock him back. T.J. Alston came up and met him square on. You hit number 5, you're going to get a shot because he's a hard runner. Good play from T.J. Alston.
All-Mac T.J. Alston, good job.
3rd and 7.
Big play here.
From the 43-yard line of Eastern. Let's see what Trumba will dial up.
Something in the center of the field.
Now on the 49-yard line of Eastern out of the gun. Snap to Trumba. He's going to throw. Pressure. And it's picked off.
Beautiful read.
Picked off.
Beautiful read.
Jaden Todd's got it. And Eastern comes up with the turnover, and a big turnover on the opening drive to start the third quarter. Jaden Todd's got it, and Eastern takes over.
Jaden Todd's one of those players that they interject, come in and coming out. Had a great block on the punt. Coach Crocker just sings praises of Jaden Todd, how hard he works, and how much film review he looks at.
Yep.
That's film review of knowing that jumping that out route. Huge play by the defense.
Joe, that's that throw we talked about earlier, way across the field. If you throw it inside the receiver, your DB can pick it off.
Oh, Nab drops the football on the snap. Oh, no, but he's got it back. Second down. Don't want to turn over here.
Right, and you don't want to play behind the sticks either. That's a 10-yard loss.
That's a long loss.
That's a big loss.
You don't have to make it up all in one play.
I think they're trying to do a jet sweep there with Nasik Smith. Love to see him come back to that play.
So a loss of 7. It'll be second down and 17. Nab standing on his 25-yard line out of the gun. He's under pressure. He runs forward, and then they get him from behind. Good play by the safety. Number 6 came up to make the stop, and that'll bring up third down. Not much at all for Nab there.
Here comes Rivera. I'd love to see the middle route with Rivera and Nasik Smith. Get him in space.
Big third down. Crowd comes to life. 10:02 remaining. Nab in the gun. A brilliant to his left. Snap. Nab. He's looking. He's under pressure. And they got him. And Nab is down at the 30-yard line. And the Diplomats put on a defensive front.
Yeah, their defense played really well on that series right there. That's the best defense. Diplomats defense has looked all game.
Yeah, and after as good as RD did by getting the turnover, that is not an impressive offensive drive.
Now Westfield in.
To be a great time for one of his boomers.
Yeah, we need a big punt here by John. They ran it into him.
And Westfield gets it off. He tried to sell as he was hit when he got it off. And he's saying something to the official, but he didn't get the flag.
I don't think it wouldn't matter. It's just been run into. It would just been a 5-yard punt. But still,
I think they dropped a flag up here, though.
He got run into.
A personal foul against Eastern.
Targeting.
And the officials will now go into the booth to take a look at it.
There's a big scoreboard here, huh?
It was on the return.
It didn't look like it.
Sure didn't look like it from here, but you never know how these officials are going to call this. But this is a big play because if it's targeting, Eastern could lose their player, and it's going to be a 15-yarder. But to Coach Bernie Nowatarski's point, that was not a good offensive series. It started with either the bad snap or the missed snap, and starting the second down on 2nd and 17. Those are tough play calls for offensive coordinators.
It's never good to start behind the sticks. How many times we've experienced that over the years with the radio we've done.
Yep.
Anytime you're behind the sticks and 7, 8 yard, 9 yards behind just makes it that much tougher to move the ball. Because defenses pin their ears back. I mean, you're limited on what you can do.
Officials are in the 10. Clock is at 9 minutes. Right now, the football is at midfield.
Our defense certainly came out and answered, the way you want them to on the first drive. Our offense got to get into whatever rhythm they need.
Right. The defense has been doing what they do all year. Bend a little bit, but don't break. Huge pick by Jaden Todd. I think this is the loudest stadium we've been in
Yeah, I got to think of the right way to phrase this. They have a couple.
PG.
They have a couple parents that
they have some overzealous parents. That's for sure.
They lead. They lead the cheer.
Good no call.
Yeah, there wasn't enough space and time for that to be a targeting.
So with 9 minutes to play third quarter, Eastern has a 1-touchdown lead. Eastern 21, the Diplomats 14. Second possession of the third quarter for Ty Trumba on the offense. They'll start at midfield. They're going left or right. Trumba's out of the gun, standing at his own 45-yard line. Paris is lined up to his right. Snap to Trumba. He's under pressure. He breasts down. He's at the 45. And then he gets down to the Eastern 42-yard line as Trumba forced up into the pocket, and then he tucked away the football.
Freddie Leonardo almost had him.
They went back to the route where that tight end released down the center of the field.
Gain of 8, second down and 2. Down to the Eastern 42-yard line. 8:33 remaining. Trumba standing in the gun at the Eastern 47. Let's see what they call. Here comes fake to Paris. Trumba keeps the football. Nothing there at all for Trumba.
I didn't think they got the snap off in time.
On the stop.
Shamad Clack in there as well. Good job, Denzel, coming from his defensive end.
Big
position.
third down here, boys. Big third down.
This is a big third down. This might be 4-down territory.
That's what I was just going to say. They might go with 2 plays here regardless.
7:45 remaining third quarter. Trumba. Snap. Fakes. He's taking a shot down the field. He's looking for
interference.
And a flag comes in. And that's Lewis that was striking down the sideline. TJ Alston doesn't like it.
I think he wrapped his arms around a little too early. Certainly was step for step with him.
Yep. Yeah, he didn't have to do the extra.
So the 15-yard step off against Eastern.
You may come back with the same play right here.
They'll mark it down at the Eastern 27-yard line.
And
first and 10.
TJ's been sticking with number 3. Now he's on Jamari James.
Lewis lined up on the numbers. First and 10. 7:32. Trumba in the gun. Big drive for the Diplomats. Here comes Paris. Straight ahead. Not much there for the running back. Runs into a host of defenders. Gashawn Moody was there.
Yep, Salif Nakeem and Jason Bateman.
Look at him a couple of yards. So it'll be second down and 7, 3-yard gain down to the 24-yard line. 7:02 remaining. Second possession of the third quarter for the Diplomats. Trumba now standing on the Eastern 30. Out of the gun. Snap. There's 20. The scat back. Crosses over the 20 and gets down close to the first down. Short of the line to gain. It'll bring up third down.
Yeah, and I think they're definitely in 4-down territory.
And gentlemen, I see a momentum shift here where Eastern's on their heels. 3rd and 1. Snap right to Paris. And Paris bangs forward, and he gets the first down. First time we've seen that look today, and the net result was a first down. Down to the Eastern 16-yard line.
Again, this is where the Eastern defense has been really good about holding teams to a field goal try.
It gets tight down here.
First and 10, 5:43 remaining. Third quarter. Snap. Crumble. Now, he takes a shot. He's looking in the end zone.
Where was they missed the hold again?
Yep. They're not calling the hold. That Will LaFont was in there again on the quarterback, getting through a hold. Look at Salif Nakima's jersey. It's almost ripped off, number 0.
Good job by the DBs keeping their eyes on the receiver and out of the backfield.
Second down and 10.
This might be straight passes.
The senior lined up on the 21-yard line. 5:33 remaining. Give us to Paris. Not much there at all. As Paris cracks over the 15-yard line, Nardo Murphy on the stop for Eastern. Down to the 14-yard line. It'll bring up third down. Now 3rd and 8.
An incompletion, I think they kicked.
I think so, too. Big play here.
Trumbull.
This is where film review is so important.
Yeah, so we're showing zone.
Now
no blitz.
He's looking. He's taking a shot. And in the end zone.
Really good coverage.
Broken up as T.J. Alston almost came down when Jaden Todd was there.
He's down.
And that'll bring up 4th down.
PJ's down.
He collided. He went up for the football and collided.
But that's how you want your defensive backs going up, trying to high point that ball, make sure that receiver does not get it.
Well, you know what happened on that, too? That's an old cover, too, where the corner sat up in the flat. No one came in it, so he dropped back and helped the safety, and they both collided with each other. But that's old-fashioned cover, too, where that's the corner dropped back and helped the safety. He didn't have to be back there, so that was good coverage.
Great to see him up.
So it's a 4th down, 4th and 8.
They came out with their field goal team.
Yeah, no help by the trainers. Good to see TJ walk.
Yeah, he just got a bang.
Michael Fleming is coming in to attempt the field goal.
You know what my answer would be, or my question would be to him when he's there. Are you injured or hurt?
Right. Great play there by TJ and Jaden.
4th and 8. Field goal attempt for the Diplomats. Let's see. Snap to Fleming. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So Fleming converts, and the Diplomats get points. And if you're Eastern, it's a small victory.
I think it's a huge victory.
Dodged a bullet.
Yeah, huge victory. I mean, your offense has been sputtering so far, right? Your defense bent but didn't break. Forced another field goal. Kept them out of the end zone. Great job by the defense there. That was a big series to not have this a tie game right now.
Similar back to the Misericordia game when it comes to possessions. We're only getting the ball for the second time in this quarter, and it might be the only time till the quarter runs out that we have the ball.
Well, when you say that, Coach, Eastern's got to put together a drive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. The last drive stumbled. Now it's time to put one together.
Plus, they need to get some first downs. They need to let the defense get over there, get their Gatorade, get their.
Smith is
defense
back.
has done their job.
Johnson is back. Rivera is back. Deep for Eastern. 4:41 remaining third quarter. 21-17. High kick's going to come down to Rivera at the 9.
Get the full
He's going to
speed.
come straight up. He's at the 20, and he's hit, and he keeps the feet moving, and he gets out to the 23-yard line, And that's where the Eastern offense will come out for a 1st and 10. We'll keep it here. Boy, the offense got to get going here with their second possession of this, the third quarter.
They need to play in front of the sticks, get the running game going, keep the running game going. I mean, the running game's been there. It just started on that bad first play. I mean,
anytime we've been behind the sticks, it's been a struggle.
Good job there by Chris Rivera getting it out to the 23. That was a good high kick. Good
First
coverage by
down and 10 now. Nab out of the gun, going right to left. The Zeke Smith in motion. They fake to Smith. Here comes Nab. Down the outside. And Nab down near the 35. Crosses over to 35. Lowers the shoulder. And he's run up out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Good first down carry and conversion for Brett Nab.
Well-designed play. They jumped on the jet sweep.
And you know what? That play's been in there, and they've been running that really well because they gotta stop number 2, the Zeke Smith, on that jet sweep. They all collapsed over there. Great job by Brett keeping the ball. Big first down there. Good chunk yardage there by the offense.
And Jeremiah leading the way on the block.
1st and 10 now out to their own 39-yard line. 3:55 remaining third quarter. Here comes Smith again in motion. They fake the Zeke again. Nab keeps the football, runs out over to 40, gets down to the 42-yard line where it'll be second down.
Cody Green out here, that left tackle blocking for Brett.
Second down and 7 as Nab
I feel like we have a wrinkle play coming somewhere soon.
Isaiah Guy Bruton is in. Devin Johnson. He's standing on the 40, the far side of the field. 2nd and 7. 3:09. Third quarter. Fake to Jeremiah. Fires over to Isaiah Guy Bruton, and he's got it, and he's inside the 40-yard line of the Diplomats. And once again, Isaiah Guy Bruton with good hands and a big catch for the offense when they needed it.
It's a really nice design play.
Great play call there by Nate Hinkle and staff. I love getting Isaiah Guy Bruton involved in the offense, but great job by Brett Knapp. Trust your read. Trust your receiver. Throw the ball. Great job.
They tried to hide that they were in man with a single high safety, and he backed up but didn't get back up on us fast enough.
1st and 10 now. Here comes Smith in motion again. Now, fake to Jeremiah Vrillin. There goes Nab again, and he's down over the 30-yard line, and he crosses the 25-yard line. Brett Nab getting it done on offense.
Yeah, that offensive line helping them get that done. Great job.
Down to the 23-yard line.
I've got them back on their heels.
1st down and 10. Eastern started on their own 23. They're down now on the Diplomats 23. 150 remaining. Third quarter. 21-17. Nab out of the gun. Here we go. Snap. Nab's going to run. Pulls forward. Crosses the 20-yard line and gets down to the 18-yard line.
Brett Nab following 55, John Pettit.
They kind of are just saying, this is what we're doing.
You can't stop
it.
John Pettit, great block. One by one, we're going to check off every offensive lineman out there. Alvin Carpenter doing a great job. Justin McNulty, number 62. Cody Green, just doing really good. And Tom Franks, obviously, in there, and Dylan Weathers.
2nd down and 5. 104 remaining.
Brilliant on a counter.
Now, again, he's going to keep the football. And there he goes. And he backs his way over the 10-yard line. He's got the first down. He's down to the 8. It'll be 1st and goal.
And, Coach, what is this offense doing? They had a bad series, right? Now they came out. They push the refresh button. Defense holds them to 3. Offense is doing everything they needed to do.
Get an F&M score, and you
come back and answer.
35 seconds remaining. Clock is on the move. Eastern knocking on the door. 1st and goal from the 7. Nab standing in the gun. He's on the 12-yard line. Snap the nap. It's Jeremiah time. And he got not much for Avrillion as they shut him down. He gets 1 yard. He gets to the 7. It'll be no, he gets back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't want to match field goals here.
Nope.
And that's going to bring the 3rd quarter to an end. Wow. Catch your breath. 15 minutes of football left. Eastern 21. The Diplomats 17. We'll take a 30-second break. We're back in a moment.
The One Big Beautiful Bill was recently enacted by Congress. Many provisions such as no tax on tips and no tax on overtime can help reduce tax liability for many taxpayers. Are you unsure how the provisions of the bill will impact your taxes? Want to avoid any unforeseen surprises when filing your 2025 tax returns? Then you need to contact the tax professionals at Mankowski Associates CPA LLC. They will review your returns and provide guidance on how the changes will impact your return. They can be reached at 215-682-7366. And be sure to mention Eastern University for special discounts. That's 215-682-7366.
This is when you look at the man aside here.
And here we go. 4th quarter action. 2nd down and 7. 2nd and goal. Eastern knocking on the door. 21-17. 15 minutes of football remaining. A brilliant end. Franks is in there. Here comes Smith in motion. They fake in the seat, Smith. Nab's going to keep the football. He's going to get to the outside. And the quarterback goes. And there he goes. And he's in there. And Brett Nab's got another one.
What a block by Jeremiah Avrillion.
Along with the lineman.
Along with Dom Franks, Chris Pettit. What? But Jeremiah Avrillion had an unbelievable block there.
They just had it on the big. They created a moving wall for him to go outside.
And obviously Brett Nab using his speed around the corner. Great job, Brett Nab.
All right, now Nolik. That's 27-17. The extra point will make it 28. Nab will hold. Snap, kick, up, and the kick is good. And John Nolik converts. He's 4 for 4 today. And it's 28-17 with 14:52 remaining. And the Eagles answer the bell.
Absolutely. Hey, John Nolik almost hit a person on the sidewalk over there with a dog. That's how far he kicked it. Great job. Great kick by John Nolik. Great hold there by Brett Nab, getting that ball down there. But great answer by this offense to get down there and really drive down the field. It wasn't like it was just a big play.
No.
They are, Coach, to your point, they're instilling their will in this defense. They are running the ball, throwing the ball, moving the ball against this defense.
Well, Brett, I know you say it about the one player on defense, but Brett played that series like his hair was on fire.
Now Nolik will kick off. 14:52 remaining. Eastern by 11. High, big, booming kick down to the 5. The Diplomats will set up the return to the outside. Down the penalty goes, and he runs up out of bounds. Good return that time for the Diplomats. Oscar Marks runs down to his own 40.
Yeah, just a good return. They kind of got the wall. He tried to set up that wall, and he got to it.
They had a return set.
Yep.
Got to beat it with speed.
So 1st down and 10 for Ty Tremba in the offense. They start on their own 40-yard line. They're going right to left.
I want to see how patient they are.
They're down by 11. Tremba's in the gun. He's at the 35. Paris will line up to his left. Snap. He's going to throw. He steps up. They got him, but he gets it off to Paris. And Paris is hit and he's dropped down short of the line to gain. They got to him, but it was stopped. But he was able to get the football off, and it's a big gain for 7, 2nd down and 3. Right back to the line they go. Now to the 47-yard line of the Diplomats. 14-17 remaining. 4th quarter. Here we go. Tremba standing on his own 42-yard line out of the gun. Snap. Give us to Lois.
Good defensive
Paris,
play.
Nothing there. Murphy there. Salif Nakima there. And it'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 3.
Good job by the defense there.
Big 3rd down, guys. Big 3rd down.
You gotta watch where this back comes out of the backfield and gets that little dump pass. I don't think this is 4 down territory yet with 13 minutes left.
No way. You never know.
Now, Trumba. Let's see what he dials up. It's 28-17 Eastern. Trumba. Here comes pressure. He's going to keep the football. They're going to try and get him in the outside. He breaks the tackle. He crosses midfield, and he picks up the 1st down. And by his shoelace, he was able to get away and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, and Eastern's making him do something he's not used to doing, and that's running.
Had him, and he was able to get through. Trumba now fires over the middle. That's Harrison, and Harrison down to the 25-yard line. Diplomats now on the move.
Now, see, this is the 2nd time they're allowing them to run a play before anything's set.
Trumba, quick snap again. He takes a shot. He's looking in the end zone. And Lewis got it. Touchdown. Touchdown, Diplomats. Wow. With 12:33 remaining.
That was a great pitch and catch. That was a really good pitch and catch. Obviously, a really good drive there by the Diplomats, answering Eastern's what they just did.
And now Fleming will come in to make it a 4-point game. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. And Fleming converts. And with 12:33 remaining, Eastern 28, the Diplomats 14. We'll take a break. Back in a moment.
What if you could earn an MBA fully online in just 10 months for only $9,900? Eastern University's cutting-edge MBA in Organizational Management is designed to fit what you need in an MBA program. Our innovative LifeFlex model offers 100% online classes that you can complete at your own pace within each 7-week semester. We know how hard you work for your money, so we're thrilled to offer our MBA at only $9,900, making our program between 50 to 80% less expensive than most other schools, while ensuring quality and excellence with the support of our expert faculty. We even offer a concentration in business analytics, an essential skill set needed in today's data-driven economy. With start dates every 7 weeks, Eastern's MBA is handcrafted for you and your needs. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at eastern.edu/MBA.
The following is a presentation of JAKIB Sports.
Smith on the return.
Good return.
Following the Fleming kickoff. Good return. Gets out to the Eastern 37-yard line, where Nav and the offense will have a 1st down and 10.
Go back to business.
Yep. Hey, welcome to playoff football, Eastern University.
12:24 remaining 4th quarter. They start from the 37. Nav has a brilliant to his right. Out of the gun. Back to Jeremiah. And there goes Brett Nav again. And he crosses over the 40-yard line. He gets down to the 42-yard line.
I still question on that last drive how F&M is able to snap the ball, before any of the sticks are set up. They're not standing over I don't get it.
And it's actually officials running the chain gang, too.
Yeah.
It's not kids.
No,
Usually
not.
You're right.
So gain of 5 for NAB. It's 2nd down and 5 from their own 42, moving left to right. 11:45 remaining. Weather's in there now. Here comes Jeremiah. There goes Jeremiah. And Jeremiah really impresses midfield. And he gets down to the 46-yard line, and he's got the first down, and they're in Diplomat territory.
I'll tell you, Jeremiah Brilliant's a different cat. I'm telling you. He just does not go down with initial contact. Needed 2 Diplomats to get him down there. Great run.
He doesn't get tired in the 4th either.
I think he gets stronger in the 4th.
So 1st down and 10 now from the Diplomat 46-yard line. We're at the 11-minute mark, 11:05. Weathers in, Franks in. Brilliant to the left of Nab. Now, Nab's going to try and follow Jeremiah through the hole, and now there's some extracurricular activity. One of the linemen downfield. Nab gets a yard down to the 45. It'll be 2nd and 9. $10:34 remaining. Eastern 28, the Diplomats 24. Round 2 of the NCAA playoffs. Now, Nab standing at midfield. Take to Jeremiah. There's Nab again. And Nab bangs forward. And Brett Nab gets down to the 39-yard line. And
that's going to be on us.
And it may have been Dylan Weathers who got into a confrontation on the field. And a flag came in after.
Unless they throw it on both of them.
I think it looked to be on both of them, but. You know what? Good job by these officials, because
the penalties are offset.
But good job by the officials.
And
both guys did it. I mean, you don't want to have a playoff game affected by it.
And I think we're in 4. And I think we're in 4 down territory.
I think so too. But good job by those officials. That was a good no call.
Now number 32, Braden Curry is in the lineup. 3rd and 3. Football on the 39-yard line. 10:06 remaining. Brilliant now in motion. Snap the Nab straight ahead. And he pushes forward. He's going to be short of the line to gain. And that'll bring up a 4th down. Coach, what do you do?
I'd line up right now and go.
Yeah, you're going for it.
I would do what they were doing. Line up and snap it.
Now Nab quickly right back up to the line. 4th and a yard from the 37. Let's see what they're doing. Now Nab steps up, looks to the sideline.
Off tackle.
4th and a yard. 9:27 remaining. Here we go. Nab, he's got the hold.
Holding.
Has found the ocean again.
They threw a holding.
And a flag is down at the line of scrimmage. Oh, no. And holding against the offense. Oh, man.
Now you got
to punt it. Yep. Pin them back. You're still up 4. Defense is going to be a big series.
That was such a quick hitting play. I don't know how you can hold it on that, but obviously the umpire saw it. So
now Westfield will have to punt. He'll stand at his own 40. They'll snap from the Diplomats 45. Clean snap. Westfield's kick.
Beautiful.
High, big punt. It
all right.
bounces into the end zone as it hit the 3-yard line and then bounced in. It'll be a touchback for the offense. We'll keep it here. With 9:08 remaining, it's 28-24. And this is where your defense wins it right now. Get a quick 3 and out if they can and get the football back in Nav's hands.
Yeah, I mean, how fitting is it for your defense to try to win this game? Really a shame. I mean, obviously, Brett had a long touchdown run there. Could have made this a 2-score game. Defense is playing well all day. They need to continue.
All right, Trumba now has a 1st and 10 from his own 20. They go right to left, 9:08 up on the game clock. Tremba standing in the gun on his 15. Gives the football to Paris. And Paris crosses over the 25-yard line. Gets down to the 27-yard line. Good hard run again by Paris. And it's 2nd down and 3. On the 27-yard line. 8:45 remaining. Defense needs to come up big. 2nd and 3. Trumba's in the gun, standing on his own 22. He's looking to throw. He steps up. He bails out. He drops the football up to Paris, who got free down the sideline, and he's run up out of bounds down at the 47-yard line, but a big conversion by Paris as Trember was under pressure. Right back up to the line they go.
This is all day that little back just slips out.
1st and 10 from the 47. Trember now. He's going to keep the football. He's going to run to the outside, and then he's got down from behind. Jason Bateman got him from behind. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Great effort play there by Jason Bateman.
28-24 Eastern. 7:46 on the game clock. Harrison now in motion. Tremba on his own 45 out of the gun. Snaps the football. 20 on the carry. Apologize to 20. I don't have a roster here and I don't have a name. So I got to apologize. 20 in blue on the carry.
Good number, though.
3rd down. 3rd and 3 from the Eastern 46. Harrison now in motion. Tremba is in the gun, standing on his own 49-yard line. Under 7 to play. 28-24. Snap. Here we go. Tremba takes it straight ahead. It's the running back. Play, and he doesn't get. He loses a yard. Nardo Murphy makes the hit. It'll bring up 4th down.
You're going for it.
Great play there by Nardo Murphy. Having them lose yards. Again, interchangeable defensive linemen. Salif Nakima back in.
Boys.
It's been a great game. Big play here.
4th and 4 from the 47. 6:18 remaining.
It's a pass. You got to cover that back.
Paris is lined up to the left of Trumba. Snap to Trumba.
He's wide open again.
He's looking. And they get him from behind. And he's short of the line again. And Eastern
gets the ball back.
Salif Nakima got him from behind.
Salif Nakima, another effort play. Jason Bateman had a huge effort play. Nardo Murphy, Salif Nakima getting off his block, making sure that quarterback, I mean, he didn't get that by 6 inches.
And I'll tell you what, again, that back wheeled out and no one was on him again.
Great play by the defense, though.
Now you got to go down and get some points here and run the clock out.
All right, now the offense will come out. Don't go anywhere. 6:01 remaining. 1st down and 10. Right from their own 44-yard line. Smith takes the jet sweep.
Boy, he's got the corner.
tries to get to the outside, and it closed down quickly. It's a long way to get to the other side of the field. Shuts him down. He does get positive yardage. 3 for Nab. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
You got to wonder when F&M will start using timeouts.
Eastern needs to move.
We need a first down.
They need to get a first down. It'll be 2nd down and 7. 5:25 remaining. Now, here comes Smith again. This time they give it to Nasik Smith. That's Smith.
What a block.
Oh, and he almost breaks it. But a great tackle by the Diplomats. But Nasik Smith gets to within a yard of the line to gain. It'll bring up 3rd and a yard.
Was that any sweating on that block, number 1? Just well blocked. Like that jet sweep in the Nasik Smith.
Franks just went off limping a little bit.
Now, big play, Eddie Swinton. Devin Johnson. Nasik Smith. On a 3rd and 1. Nab is in the gun. Smith is in motion. They fake the Smith. Nab's going to get the first down. And down the sideline he goes. And he's out of bounds. Down at the 31
keep him in.
Brett Nab's got it. And it's a first down, Eastern.
Great run there by Brett Nab. Way to stay in bounds to keep that clock running. I don't think Brett's ever run out of bounds. He just loves the contact. Great play call there by Nate Hinkle and Colin Scott. Great execution by the offense.
We don't have any stats, but I'm willing to bet he's around 200 yards rushing.
Now 32, Brendan Curry is in the lineup. On a 1st and 10 from the 32. Brilliant is lined up to the right of Nab. Let's see what they dial up. Nab's going to run the football again. And he crosses the 30, and he gets down to the 29. Clock still running, 3:42. At what point, Coach, are the Diplomats going to start calling timeouts?
That'll be soon.
Coach Bernie Nowatarski tells it all the time. You can't take him into the locker room. If I'm them, I'm using him now. I want as much time as I can for my offense.
I think if we get a first down here, they're going to have to start using them.
Now Dylan Weathers back in. Braden Curry is in. 2nd down and 8. Snap the down. Give to Jeremiah Brilliant. Crosses over the left side, and Jeremiah gets down to the 27-yard line of the Diplomats.
There, they used one.
And Franklin and Marshall takes the timeout. We'll keep it here. 28-24 Eastern. Football sitting on the 27-yard line. It's 3rd and 5. When you come out of the timeout, what are you going to do?
I think you go for the juggler. You got Eddie Swinton back in there. I'd love to see him on a post route. That's been working all year. I mean, that's why I'm up here too. Or you just keep. I like how they're running the ball too. I mean,
I think you go all 4 downs though. I don't know that a field goal doesn't. Field goal puts you in overtime.
Field goal that makes you.
We've already seen the Diplomats can move up the field quickly.
Yep.
And they got a weapon in Lewis.
Yeah.
And another weapon in Harrison, and they both have touchdowns today. Lewis has 2.
See where this 3rd down play takes us.
Yeah, this is obviously a big 3rd down. It'd be great to get it here on 3rd down, not even have that 4th down
All right,
choice.
Here we go. 3rd and 5. Now was out there.
No jet motion.
Nab standing on the 32 of the Diplomats. He's going to keep the football. Straight ahead, not much, as he gets to the 25-yard line. And that brings up 4th down. Do you go to John Nolick or do you go for it? It's
I think you go
4th
for
and
it.
3. 2:41 remaining. Clock continues to run. What will Coach Crocker do?
Now that play call, you knew they're going for it on 4th down. With that play call on 3rd down.
I think he wanted them to force him to use the second timeout.
Yeah.
Here we go. 6 seconds on the play clock. 2:18 on the game clock. And now Crocker
And say
takes
we
a
took our timeout.
Yeah, smart timeout. I think he's bringing the field goal unit in.
And John Nolik is out now.
See, I worry about the block and scoop and score.
2:15 remaining.
I think they're still deciding. We got two little huddles out there.
I do remember a fake 2 years ago.
28-24.
It was a heck of
It
a
all
college.
comes down to this.
It's a heck of a college game.
A good football game today. We hope you're enjoying it across the JAKIB Sports Network. Thanks very much for being there.
Easily
We
the loudest
appreciate
we've been in.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're going for it because the special teams guys are going back to the bench.
Yeah,
He's going for it here.
They got to get back to their private area.
Yeah, it's where the long snapper, punter, and kicker hang
Boy,
out.
it'd be nice to get a hard count and get them to jump.
Yeah.
All right. Offense is out. 4th and 3.
No, we're not going to see the jet motion, I don't think.
Here we go. From the 25. Nav is in the gun. Standing at the 30. Nav is still ahead. And he doesn't get it. And the Diplomats come up with a stop and they get possession of the football.
Yep.
It's a long way to go.
A long way to go. And the far side of the field is all the way over there. But they stop them down, and they put it now in the hands of Deshaun Mooney and this defense. 1st and 10. 2:11 remaining.
If you got anything left up front, now's the time to let it go.
Trumba will stand in the gun at his own 19. They're going right to left.
Jason coming.
1st and 10. Here comes pressure.
Wayne
Trumba
almost had him.
steps up. And then he loses his footing. Now he stays on his feet. Then he gets out to the 35-yard line.
Get up, get up, get up, get up.
And the clock will stop as we've reached the 2-minute timeout.
That's Wayne Clark that's down.
See, there a really painful cramp or he took one in the knee.
Oh, it looks like a cramp. How they're holding his foot.
Yeah,
Anyway.
pushing it back. That doesn't cost us a timeout, does it?
2-minute warning now.
Yeah, 2-minute timeout. Trumba got a 1st down, so he's out to the 35-yard line. 65 yards away from the end zone.
Yeah, 3 does them no good. Got to keep people in front of you.
Yep.
We keep people in front of you, and you need pressure.
Yep. Look at Brett out there firing up his defense.
Somebody has to spy that back.
Yeah, it definitely looks like cramps for Wayne Clark, which is
It looks like it went to both legs.
yeah. Wow.
I've had that before.
That is some excruciating.
Diplomats in possession of the football, 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. They trail 28-24. Clark's still down.
Yeah, they're trying to massage his calf there. Definitely a cramp.
See if he's able to get up. And he is able to get up. Yeah, it's that right leg. And he's walking off with some help.
Yep, get hydrated.
Come on.
And now he has to actually jog off the field. Here we go. 2 minutes to play. The season comes down to this for both squads. Trumba will stand on the gun at his own 30-yard line. Harrison goes in motion. Harris lined up to his left. He's had a good game today. Trumba snaps. He's throwing. He steps up. He's under pressure. He dumps it off to Paris, and they're going to run him up out of bounds down at the 42-yard line.
Every time.
So Trumba under pressure bails out, and he gets the football to Paris. It'll bring up second down.
They're getting some pressure on him. Andrew Campbell came off the side, off this corner right here. Almost getting to this QB. Need to get to him.
Football now on the 43-yard line of the Diplomats. 1:54 remaining on the game clock. Trumba standing on his own 38. Out of the gun. Here they come! They got him in the backfield! And Trumba is sacked behind the line. Nardo Murphy gets there. And it'll bring up third down.
Great job, Nardo Murphy.
Come on, get set, get set.
Get ready.
And quickly to the line. Snap the Trumba. And now a flag comes in.
That's a procedure.
They weren't set.
And that's big right there. So 3rd and 3 will now become 3rd and 8.
Yep.
There we go.
1:33 up on the game clock.
And the locals don't like it.
That's the right call, though. You got to get set.
Come on, move the ball. Why are they talking to
Why
the
are they even talking to the
Thank you.
But he had gone out of bounds, so the clock was stopped.
They took the run off.
So Franklin and Marshall took the time off to avoid the runoff.
Yeah.
And now it'll be 3rd and 8. And now the football's on the 37. And now there's 1:33 up on the game clock.
So bet 33 tonight. But I'll tell you, that's a big call there. Franklin and Marshall's been definitely using that speed of not letting the Eastern's defense get set, and it definitely hit them. Didn't do what they wanted.
I worry
that's a
that
big
this
5 yards.
I worry that this one's going vertical.
I'll still take our DBs with these. Look at Crocker out there coaching, letting them know they're holding every play.
So 3rd and 8. Out of the timeout.
DBs, no one behind you.
Yeah, no one behind you. It's definitely, they have 2 downs here. So
big 3rd down. Here we go.
Only got one timeout.
Eastern.
Wayne Clark's back in.
Trumba back on his 32 after the penalty. Out of the gun. Paris to his left. 4 receivers set. Here they come on a blitz. Fires over the middle, and he completes it. Down to number 85, inside Eastern territory. That's Eitner, and Eitner comes up with a big catch, and he has the first down. 1:25 remaining. Now Trumba looking, and they got it behind the line. Big sack for Eastern, number 38. Wayne Clark's got him. And he's back at their own 45.
He's going to have to
10 now. Second down. Trumba again. Loading the gun. And now he runs. He's still on his feet.
That ain't what you want.
Deshaun Moody there to make the stop. And it'll be 3rd down. And now another Eastern play.
It made it look like he
The
was
hometown
pretending.
crowd doesn't like it. And it'll be 3rd and 8. 54 seconds remaining.
One of these are going into the end zone.
What a big sack by Wayne Clark.
Great to see him get back. He's the one that was down with the cramps. Obviously, he got some fluids in him. That was a huge sack.
Football is on the 44-yard line.
Another cramp
on the
issue.
43-yard line of Eastern. It's
Salif
3rd
Nakima.
down. It's 3rd and 8. Salif Nakima was the injured Eastern player. Oh, boy.
I think he had cramps, too. So Eastern had to take a timeout there.
Here we go. 3rd and 8. Trumba out of the gun on the Eastern 48. Big 3rd down. 54 seconds up on the game clock. Diplomats going right to left. Here comes pressure. Trumba fires and his pass is incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as it was intended for Harrison. Good defensive play for Eastern.
Missed another hold.
4th down.
Narler Murphy on the pressure there.
Jaden Todd on the coverage.
Here we go.
4th and 8.
This is the game, Krause.
48 seconds remaining. Tremba now. Still in the gun. At the Eastern 48. One stop away from victory. Harrison now in motion. Snap the Trumba. He's drifting. He's looking. He's under pressure. He's flushed out. He's got the 1st down. And he's hit hard. But he picks up the 1st down. Clock is running.
Why isn't the clock running?
Trumba quickly up to the line. He snaps. He takes a shot. He's looking for a What a play for Eastern. Oh, my. Eric Wilson saves the day as he comes from center field and knocks it away.
Wow.
Oh, my.
That was
what your safety has to do.
Eric Wilson, great play. Wide receiver was wide open. Eric Wilson gets over there, gets a hand on it. Otherwise, that was going to be a touchdown.
Again, I don't
Great
understand.
play.
How do you let someone behind you?
From the 32.
Get your eyes out of the backfield.
Trumba's out of the gun. Standing at the 37. He fires over the middle behind Harrison. And that is incomplete. And that is 3rd down. Andrew Campbell on the coverage.
Andrew Campbell also on the dislodging of the ball. Great play there, Andrew Campbell.
And now Trumba's pointing up into the sky. 3rd and 10. 26 seconds remaining. Harrison goes in motion. The senior quarterback. The player of the year. Standing on the 37. Out of the gun. Back. Here comes pressure. Trumba's flushed out. Now he fires. And Harrison's got it. Down on the 10-yard line. 21 seconds. Clock on the move. It's 1st down. 18 seconds. It's down to this. Clock still running. They blew a whistle down on the field. Down to the 9-yard line. They take a time. Did they have a timeout left?
They had a timeout.
We haven't gotten a holding call yet.
First and goal for the Diplomats. Down to the 10-yard line.
You got to move up. You're too deep in the end zone.
17 seconds. Trumba. He's looking for Lewis. Now he's flushed. Now he runs to the outside. He helped. He's picked off. And Eastern is going to get it. And the Eastern Eagles are going to win it. And he shot the football into the crowd. What a play. What an interception. And Eastern is going to win the football game. Wow. Wow. What a play.
What a play. Listen to the crowd over there. I think that was Gashawn Moody.
It was
that got
Deshaun.
that.
I said it was time for his. Time for his big play.
Three-time All-MAC player. Team. Oh.
There's a flag, but it.
Wow.
And Eastern is going to move on in the NCAA Division III Round 2 playoffs. And how about that?
How about them Eagles?
Where are we going next week?
Oh, my
Where
goodness.
are we home?
Maybe home. Wow, what a college football game. What a playoff game. This goes into the time capsule of Eastern University football, Eastern University athletics, Eastern University.
I think the president of Eastern might be getting another check today from that donor. Right?
I'll tell you, I just got a huge hug from Kenton Sparks. He was up here the whole time watching the game from up here.
He's got to be with us next week.
We might have to put him on the mic.
Now, Nab.
I don't like that we're in shotgun.
In shotgun, and he's on the goal line. Nab runs the football out.
That's it.
And that'll do it. On the Eastern Eagles, 23-point dogs in this game. Not an expert in the land gave them a chance. And the Eagles come into Franklin and Marshall, and they win the football game against a really, really good Diplomat squad.
What a great game.
Wow.
Just congratulations to Eastern. What a way to finish it. Defense bent but didn't break, Krause. Got all the way down to the 4-yard line. They all made a play. How fitting is it that Gashawn Moody gets that pick?
Unbelievable finish to a game that had everything today. And Eastern, take a picture of the scoreboard, boys. Eastern wins it 28-24. And now I can tell you what Gashawn Moody told me at Screwballs when he was out for the Countdown to Kickoff show. He said, we're coming. Well, they came today, and they get the win. Wow.
And guess what? This team is not only going to be practicing on Thanksgiving, they're going to be practicing in December. How cool is that for this team to be in the third round of the NCAA tourney in year 3? Wow. Just congratulations to this team. Congratulations to the coaching staff, administration.
They show they belong here.
They not only belong, but they just, what a great game. Offense, defense, special teams, all played really well.
We'll take a short break and come back as the Eastern Eagles advance and wrap everything up from Misericordia. Back in a moment.
What if you could earn an MBA fully online in just 10 months for only $9,900? Eastern University's cutting-edge MBA in Organizational Management is designed to fit what you need in an MBA program. Our innovative LifeFlex model offers 100% online classes that you can complete at your own pace within each 7-week semester. We know how hard you work for your money, so we're thrilled to offer our MBA at only $9,900, making our program between 50 to 80% less expensive than most other schools, while ensuring quality and excellence with the support of our expert faculty. We even offer a concentration in business analytics, an essential skill set needed in today's data-driven economy. With start dates every 7 weeks, Eastern's MBA is handcrafted for you and your needs. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at eastern.edu/MBA.
The following is a presentation of JAKIB Sports.
And we're back here live. Game is now official and in the books. We're up at Franklin and Marshall College, and now the Eastern players can take the long victory walk down the sidewalk along the perimeter of this stadium and make their way back to a joyous locker room. Closing thoughts from you, Warren, and then I'll get finals from Coach.
First off, just what a great college football game. Hats off to Franklin and Marshall Diplomats of what they did to get here, host a game. But really, I'm so proud of this Eastern football team, Eastern athletics, but this Eastern football team from Billy Crocker all the way down, all this hard work. They knew they belonged. They knew they could come in here, beat anybody, and just come in to do that was just really special. And what I loved about it was offense, defense, special teams all played really well.
They all contributed. They all did their jobs. I don't even know what to say. It's just, number one, it was a fantastic college football game. The atmosphere here, we weren't anywhere this year where it's been that loud and exciting. Our kids don't quit, and they showed it again. We stayed composed, and like I said in the beginning, you gotta play with emotion, but don't let your emotions play you. And there were times there where, I mean, it was a do or die, and you come up with a pick. You do or die, and come up with a score. So the kids did their job.
They answered every time, right, Coach?
Yeah.
And how about this Eastern travel contingent? I mean, that was absolutely full over there. And at the end of the game, if we didn't have our headsets on, we probably wouldn't be able to hear up here.
It very well may be
amazing.
as many people that are at a home game were here for this away game for our kids. And you know what? It is, and we've all been through it. You look down and see Franklin and Marshall, and there's guys hugging that, you know, they're saying goodbye to their teammates as far as ever being on a field together again. It's sad, but 9-2, first time in 137 years of a program that they've been in the playoffs. Hats off to them as well.
Hey, Coach, someone had to win. I'm just glad it was Eastern.
Yeah.
And you know what? Eastern deserved to win. I'll tell you, every time it was like a heavyweight fight. It was a counter punch. But every time that Eastern really needed to come through, the defense or the offense really came through.
Well, you're lower ranked. You're told that you're a 22 to 23 point underdog, and you're on the road. You overcame all three of those.
And you're playing with house money, right? So just hats off to the fans of Eastern, but mainly these players of having the buy-in with Coach Billy Crocker, knowing that they could do it, but to do it in year 3, that's just oh my.
All right. Well, that's going to do it from here. I'm going to sign off so you guys can get down to the field and talk to the coaches and all of that. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in and being a part of the afternoon. What a great day today for Eastern University.
So there is a next week.
And again, what a great day for Studio 1300, Eastern University Radio, to be able to join the JAKIB Sports Network today and pick up the broadcast from up on the film deck. We appreciate everyone being with us today. What a great win. Your final score, Eastern wins it today. Eastern 28 and the Diplomats 24. We'll see you next week, everyone.